Good evening and welcome to CBC High School, the home of the Cadets. They're hosting their Metro Catholic Conference foe, the Chaminade Red Devils, on the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. Good evening, everybody. I'm Harry Schrader. Isaac Bird is here. Angela Sharpe will be joining us in a bit. And Isaac, two outstanding football teams. The Chaminade Red Devils undefeated. CBC, their first loss in a long time in the regular season. It's going to be a great matchup.
Two teams that come in with two different mindsets. Chaminade's coming in 3-0, looking to keep their winning ways. And CBC is coming off their first loss of the season, looking to get back to their winning ways.
It's time to look at our players to watch. First for the Chaminade Red Devils. They have a number of outstanding running backs, but the guy we're going to talk about tonight is Damon Bonds.
Damon Bonds has saved his best for his senior year. Last week he came up big. 3 touchdowns in 3 different ways, running it, catching it, and returning it. He's averaging over 11 yards per carry. CBC is going to have their hands full dealing with Mr. Bonds tonight.
And on the other side of the field, our Cricket Wireless player to watch is the outstanding wide receiver, Cameron Webb.
We are in for a treat tonight to watch this dynamic wide receiver, Bab. He catches everything with his hands, great body control, and he's a touchdown machine waiting to happen. And if you kick it to him, you're not asking for trouble, you're begging for it.
CBC has only lost 1 regular season game in the last 5 years. They haven't lost 2 games in a row in about 9 years. It's going to be a great matchup tonight on the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week.
I was sick of working dead-end jobs. I wanted to have a career. Vetterai gave me the hands-on experience to build my future. The teachers are very good.
The purpose of them coming to Vetterai is to learn a trade. As an instructor, I'm gonna be there for them.
They just made me feel like a brand new person.
He's been working with me for some years, and I'm proud of him and the things that they have instilled in him.
I want to follow in my dad's footsteps. But now I figured out through Vetterai, I could be better than my dad. Vetterai had really changed my life.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. You can see the official talking things over about the coin toss. It's the Lion's Choice coin toss, famous for serving mouth-watering roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Slow roasting that lean, top brown beef. 24 locations in the St. Louis area. It's all shaved in with a dash of secret seasoning. It is the Lion's Choice coin toss, and you can see the captains are on the field, and in just a moment we'll find out who will be receiving the opening kickoff. And apparently CBC has won the coin toss. Chaminade is deferring. CBC is deferring, and Chaminade will receive the football, and they're figuring it out. It's all the Lion's Choice coin toss here for you on the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. In just a few minutes, we'll be hearing from Angela Sharpe, but Isaac Bird, these are two teams that can both get up and down the field. A lot of points for both teams.
Yes, and Chaminade comes into this game with a lot of momentum. They have a lot of speed on this team as well. The CBC coming off their first loss of the season, where they actually played a very good game at East St. Louis and had a chance to win that game late. They lost it. They come in. You know they want to get back to their winning ways.
You know, they're an outstanding team, and they don't ever lose during the regular season. They never lose here at Ross Stadium, and so it's going to be an interesting game for them tonight to come back from a loss. They're not used to that.
Yeah, and it's going to be important for them, I believe, to get out and jump on Chaminade early. You know, that will alleviate a little bit of pressure that they may be feeling. They're looking up at the end of the first quarter, and they're down 7-3 or down 14-7. It may get a little bit of testy for them, and you don't know what's going to happen in that second half. So if you're CBC, you want to get up on Chaminade early, score often.
I talked to Coach Pingle yesterday, and he was very pleased with the way his young squad competed against that veteran unit at East St. Louis.
Yeah, they had a really good game plan going in there. We all know East St. Louis has some great talent, always has. But again, CBC has great talent as well. They played a really, really good game in a very tough environment. So to come out of that game, losing by a couple of points, had a shot to win that game, I'm sure they're excited to get back on the field tonight.
Aroetzel gets ready to kick it off for CBC, going left to right there in their home purple uniforms, the gold helmets. Chaminade, of course, in their road white with the red helmets. And boy, they've got some dangerous guys deep. Andre Whitley can fly. Damon Bonds is back there. He took 190-plus yards a week ago. This is a dangerous special teams unit. They've got starting running backs as upmen. I mean, this is a dangerous kickoff return unit. Otwell, the lefty, drills it deep, and it may go, and it will, into the end zone for a touchback. Let's send it to our sideline reporter, Angela Sharpe.
Hey there, Harry and Isaac. I'm down here on the CBC sidelines. I got the CBC cheering guys down here. It's a luau now tonight. And now don't forget, you can watch us streaming live on KSTK.com. And you can always watch us Sunday morning on KPLR at 10 a.m. It's going to be a great game. You know, CBC usually wins when they play against Chaminade, at least for the last 8 years. We're going to see if Chaminade can maybe turn that around. Go, boys!
Thank you, Angela. First quarter underway. A kickoff went into the end zone. Chaminade will start on their own 20-yard line, and they are deep and they're talented. McGovern under center, hands it off. Straight up the gut. Big gain across the 25. Damon Bonds gets about 7.
Bonds broke out last week with an excellent game. 3 touchdowns, over 200 yards. They're going to feed him the ball a lot tonight. Look for Chaminade to do exactly what they did there first down. Run the ball, run it on second down, and try to create third and manageable. You don't want to be in third and long against this defense of CBC.
Chaminade is huge up front. They average 314 per man across the front offensive line. McGovern will give it to the up back, and breaking tackles is Bryce Johnson for a first down across the 40 to the 43. 2 plays, 1 first down.
CBC already sees what's going to happen here as CBC puts their linebackers right on the line. And when you break through, there's no one there. But that's the problem when you put both linebackers right on the line of scrimmage to try to stop the run. Great play design, giving it to the fullback, slipped right past the linebackers, and a good second down run to create first down.
4 of these offensive linemen started a year ago for Coach Antoine Torrey. So 4 starters out of the 5 returning. Here's Darius Days. Short gain to about the 44-yard line. Getting up off the bottom of the pile, Luke Carey for CBC. The rest of that offense for Chaminade, the quarterback, Michael McGovern, he's a 6'1 senior, on his way to Brown University, a 33 ACT guy. He's a smart quarterback. On the outside, Reggie Crawford and Cameron Campbell. They are electric offensive wide receivers.
Absolutely, and I love their height, 6'3", 6'3". And McGovern can throw the ball down the field. They're having some success early running it. Look for play action here coming up.
Pickup of 2 for Days. Handoff to Bryce Johnson. He'll get about 4. And a short gain there. It sets up third and about 5 yards to go for Chaminade.
Good job by Bryce Johnson pressing the line of scrimmage here. He had a chance to put his foot in ground and to go right and go outside. Didn't like it. Decided to put his head down and get as many yards as he can. Good job by CBC's defense of rallying. You have to really rally to get these running backs down from Chaminade. They'll go 3 deep with their running backs, so you got to really rally to tackle them.
On 3rd and 5 now, McGovern will go from the shotgun. And we have a whistle and a flag, probably an illegal movement by one of the Chaminade players. We'll wait and see. When I was talking to Coach Pingle, he told me this. He said all quarterbacks like to be out in that gun and fling it everywhere. He said where McGovern is most dangerous is when he's under center because they do so much play action.
Absolutely, and with the running backs that they have here, they have 3 very capable running backs, 3 guys that can get 100 yards. So you definitely want to use play action. Early in this game here, they're very successful with the running game. Look for them to continue that. Coming up here with a 3rd and about 10, the play action really won't work in this situation, but look for the screen or look for something where he may just throw it up for grabs simply because you have some tall receivers, and when you do, you may even get a pass interference that would get you a first down.
That's Isaac Bird. I'm Harry Schrader. It's the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. McGovern under pressure, steps up, spins away, looks down the field, no run. Across midfield and a first down for McGovern and out of bounds. He really knows how to extend plays, and we saw it there.
Yes, he's more than an athlete. He's a very capable athlete. He looks downfield. What I like here, he's looking downfield to throw the ball. Don't like it, steps up and eludes the pressure. Now, don't turn a bad play into a worse play. Tuck it and run it and get as much as you can, and then know when the play is over. get out of bounds. Great job.
Gabe Kettering up front, Julian Beach, Darren Bennett for CBC. Typically they run 3 down linemen and all kinds of interchangeable parts behind those 3 big guys. It's Johnson on the fullback dive, and he'll get just a couple. Closing in was Darren Bennett. He comes in with 11 tackles, 3 sacks, and they're not near as big up front, 215 across those 3 guys up front.
We have 2 teams with opposite styles of play. Look at how Chaminade is really taking their time. They're huddling up. They're milking the clock. They're using the running game. CBC is a little bit opposite. They'll go no huddle. They'll speed it up, and they'll throw it all over the yard.
Good look there at the CBC defense. Brandon Zamuda, one of their linebackers. MJ Anderson, terrific. Luke Carey. Benji Gormley, one of the 2 guys that'll go both ways. And nothing doing on the sweep. Good pursuit by that CBC defense. Brent Bledsoe on the tackle.
Yeah, Bledsoe coming up. Bledsoe coming up from his corner position, playing outside. Watch him here. Playing outside, reads it well, gets down and tackle them low. These Chaminade running backs, you better tackle them low. These guys are a load, all 3 of them. Great job. He didn't have any coverage responsibility. He had outside contain. He did a great job containing it.
Out of the gun, McGovern. He'll roll right. Throws, and it's caught. Ooh, incomplete. Days dropped it. And it'll be a 4th down for Chaminade. McGovern does punt equally with the other punter, and so sometimes you'll see him back there punting it, as you'll see that often. So they can kind of play with this a little bit. They can look at the defense, decide to punt it, or they can run a play.
Yeah, it looks like they're lining up. What a missed opportunity. Days has to catch that ball. That ball is right in his hands.
McGovern will pooch punt it, and it will drop inside the 10. It's caught back there at the 5 and up the near sideline, and still going across the 20. Good heads-up play there by Trey Haynes. He went back, caught it like a center fielder, back to the infield, caught that ball, and CBC gets the Chaminade offense off the field.
Yeah, you like the fact that if you're Chaminade, you was able to sustain a drive. You was able to convert 3rd down. The penalty really hurt you when you had 3rd and short, took you to 3rd and long. But then they make a very good throw to Days. He tries to run it before he caught it. He's got to make that catch. He makes that catch, they still have the ball.
So CBC will take the field, first offensive possession. They average almost 43 points a game. They've only played 3, but in those 3 games, they're averaging just under 43 points a game, and they're dangerous from anywhere on the field. They're in a Wildcat situation and running left. Across the 20, across the 30, across the 40, and he's going to go well, maybe not. Yep, he gets a block, and it's a touchdown. CBC comes out. They give it to Babb, and they take it to the house, but there is a flag behind the play. A flag behind the play.
A little bit of a wrinkle here from CBC, putting Babb, the dynamic returner that we talked about in pregame, at the quarterback position to run the Wildcat, went outside and just used his speed. Great blocking. There is a flag down. It may be coming back, and it looks like it is.
Flag back at about the 28-yard line, and so we'll sort that out, but what a huge penalty. Watch the play here on the Wildcat formation. We'll show it to you. Sponsored by Harris Stowe. Coming in motion.
Babb fakes, and he's just going to follow him right around the edge, looking for maybe a possible hold call right there.
Yep, that's
now
where it
watch
was.
the speed of Babb. 6 has the angle. Now he doesn't. It's over. And this kid is big, strong, fast, speed to burn. No wonder he has about 18 Division I scholarship offers already as a junior.
So instead of a touchdown, it's first down and about 13 yards to go. Out of the gun, quick pitch out to the near side and up across the 25-yard line. That pitch goes to Cameron Brown. And we think it was a holding penalty against CBC, and I think we saw it right there on the screen. Somebody was holding Whitley, their outstanding safety.
As you see the tempo of CBC, they want to get up, line up, call a play, and go quickly.
Brown's first catch of the night. Gabbert out of the gun. Brett Gabbert, 6 foot, 170 pounds, sophomore. Yes, he is the little brother of Blaine, who's going to be playing Monday night against the Rams. coming near side across the 20, near the 25, and that's Caleb Allen for a short gain. It'll be third and about 5 or 6 yards to go.
That's a great job by Johnson, the linebacker, staying outside and not being hooked by the blocker, defeating the blocker, staying outside, and then once the runner declared that he was going up the field, then he got down and made a tackle. Great job.
CBC uncharacteristically young up front. 4 sophomores and a junior for head coach Scott Pingle this year. Third and long. Gabbert back, has time. Long up the side for Brown, and he has it, but is he inbound? And we wait for the officials, and yes, he does at the 35, maybe 34, 35-yard line, and that was a spectacular pass.
That was a great job standing in there. Watch the middle linebackers blitz right up the middle. He knew he had protection, and then he throws it up. And watch the speed, just outruns the corner. Good job looking the ball all the way into his hands.
Wow, Brown, a gigantic catch, and out of the Wildcat again. They fake the handoff, and Babb breaking tackles, but nowhere to go, and a late flag from the defensive secondary. Well, you could see his talent there, though he got nowhere. He broke about 4 tackles.
Yeah, when he gets into the secondary, I have yet to see one defender bring him down. When he gets in open space, he is super tough to bring down. This is the second time they've run this play, and both times they've had holding penalties.
Holding penalty against CBC will drive them back. Second penalty of the night against the Cadets. We're halfway through the first quarter, no score. Chaminade comes in averaging over 30-something points a game. CBC over 40, and yet no score in the first 6 minutes. Telecast being made possible tonight by the support of Microsoft, helping people and businesses realize their full potential. Glad to be partnering with Microsoft. So they'll march him back, and Isaac, those 2 penalties have been very costly. This one, obviously just yardage, the other one, a touchdown.
Yeah, and it cost them a touchdown. One thing about CBC, they're going to take their shots. You see these safeties right now for Chaminade, they're only about 7 yards deep. So the speed at the receiver position at CBC, they're comfortable running right by the corner and the safeties, as you saw in that previous play just throwing up for grabs, and the receiver ran right up under it.
Twins to either side of the formation, as you can see there on the screen, and the quick pitch out to the side. That's Gormley. Gets a block. He's inside the 40, brought down by Whitley at the 34-yard line. 2 outstanding players there. Benji Gormley started last year as a junior, starting again this year, and Whitley, an outstanding safety, going to play at the next level.
Whenever these plays work, you need a receiver that's going to block. Watch Babb outside. Gets a good block, and that springs him outside. Good job reading it, getting outside.
Allen looking for room, and too many white shirts pursuing. He gets just a couple. So it'll be third and really long for CBC.
And this is where you want them to be if you're Chaminade. You want them in third and long. That way you know they're going to throw the ball. You can set your pass defense up. And looks like they may still come with the blitz as all 3 linebackers walk up on the line.
Back to pass. Blitz coming. Stepping up. Throwing left and too high. Too high for Cameron Babb, and it's 4th down.
That was a great route by Babb. Babb at the top, one-on-one, runs a comeback route. Great job with the route. Great job with the route. Quarterback steps up. Watch. Here comes the blitz. Both running backs do a good job picking it up. He steps up and has plenty of time to throw it. He just overthrew it.
You know, he was so patient there. I mean, it was a bad pass, right? But he was so patient. Babb was out there one-on-one, and he gave his receiver a chance to run the route and get free, but he just airmailed it a little bit. 4th and 10 from the Chaminade 34.
That's a deep drop. He may punt this.
Might punt it. Both quarterbacks will do this, and this one is high, and it will, well, it goes out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. He might, well, they're going to call it a touchback. So Chaminade will take it out to the 20-yard line. We'll take a break. No score. 5:04 to go. In the opening quarter, you're watching the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week.
I was sick of working dead-end jobs. I wanted to have a career. Battle gave me the hands-on experience to build my future. Them teachers were very good.
The purpose of them coming to Veterot is to learn a trade. As an instructor, I'm gonna be there for them.
They just made me feel like a brand new person.
He's been working with me for some years, and I'm proud of him and the things that they have instilled in him.
I want to follow in my dad's footsteps, but now I figured out through Veterot, I could be better than my dad. Veterot had really changed my life.
Well, welcome back to CBC High School with Isaac Bird. I'm Harry Schrader. Angela Sharpe is our sideline reporter. No score here with 5:04 to go in the opening quarter. CBC Cadets hosting the Chaminade Red Devils. We're glad you're with us tonight. Both teams have had the ball one time, Isaac, and kind of one of those feeling out times of the game.
Yeah, Gabbard did a really good job on that last play. He saw both linebackers blitz, but he knew he had protection, stepped up, and just airmailed the throw.
On first down, McGovern in the gun, two backs with him. And an inside handoff, and Bonds is breaking tackles across the 25, near the 30, maybe a first down. Boy, he runs high, gets those knees up, doesn't he?
Absolutely, and what Chaminade wants to do is they'll give all three of their backs a chance to run the ball in the first quarter to see who may have a little bit of hot streak in them. Right now, Bonds is looking really good as he stays in there in the backfield.
Yeah, he goes out to a slot this time. It's Bryce Johnson back in the backfield with McGovern. But they'll do that. They'll keep all three running backs on the field. That's Bonds coming in motion. Fake it to him. And McGovern is in trouble and sacked. A loss of several, and boy, nice pressure that time by Darren Bennett. Already had 3 sacks in 3 games. Now he has a 4th.
Yeah, this play is actually designed to have Bennett follow Bonds, and that gives the quarterback the corner. It doesn't happen though. Look at the pursuit, get up the field. With that play, I really like them just giving the ball to Bonds, let him go around that edge and use that speed.
Bennett, a 6'2", 190-pound senior, came in with 11 tackles, 3 sacks, a fumble recovery. He's having a nice senior season for Scott Pingle. McGovern back to pass on second and long over the middle, and he has Bryce Johnson across the 50, the 40, still going at the 20. Down the sideline, can Carey catch him? No. It is a touchdown for Chaminade. A 70-yard touchdown strike from McGovern to Bryce Johnson.
This was just a seam route right up the middle, and no one took him. I wonder if this is a blown coverage because he was wide open. No one took him. They just ran right up the seam. He comes out of the backfield, and no one takes him. Right up the seam. Middle linebacker probably had him, but he was on a blitz, and that left the seam wide open. Now the speed takes over. Good job of getting this ball in the end zone. The last thing you want to do is get caught at the 1 or 2 yard line and not score.
Riley Sheehan's extra point is up and good. And of course, that's the MTC Truck Driving School touchdown, the first MTC Truck Driving School touchdown of the night. And boy, Chaminade with a big explosive play.
Tell you what, if they're able to get their passing game going to complement that strong running game, look out. I know CBC can put up 50 in a hurry, but if Chaminade can run the ball, take some air out of it, convert third downs, and get a couple of big plays like that, we're in for a game.
You talk about that passing game. McGovern doesn't throw it a ton, but 24 of 35 coming into this game. I mean, he's completing 67% of his passes. And so he's a dangerous weapon because of the way he manages their offense.
And he's very accurate. And that's the one thing. You don't have to throw it all over the yard to have a successful passing game. You have to have a passer that is very accurate, and that's exactly what he is.
Getting ready to boot it away is McGovern. And this one will come down near the goal line. Up the middle they go with a little bit of momentum and a big hit right at the 25-yard line. And that's where CBC will take over. I want to thank one of our great sponsors, the American Jeep Fitters. They are the touchdown sponsor tonight here on the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. We're going to be hearing tonight from John Bommarito as well. Mr. Bommarito is going to be in the house. We look forward to that. 3:31 to go in the opening quarter, and CBC, rare loss a week ago, and now they fall behind 7-0 tonight. So a little bit of a little character test tonight.
Very interesting now to see if they get tight. That's the one thing you don't want to do if you're CBC is get tight and get out of character. It's still early. Go with your playbook.
Inside handoff, popping it outside. Justin Williams across the 30, across the 35. Justin Williams with his first touch of the night goes for 12. Watch him bounce this outside.
Yeah, it's a great job making the defensive end miss. Right here, he gets it outside, and it's a clean. It's clean right here. Watch him break that tackle.
Big hole for Caleb Allen across the 45-yard line. And a pickup of about 7 for Allen. They can run it. You know, when I talked to Coach Pingle, I said, you guys aren't as explosive, meaning like you're going to just jet for 90. He said, no, we can jet for 90, but we're going to run over people on the way instead of running around them. Short pickup for Williams and maybe a first down. It is a first down. Let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Angela Sharpe.
I have Napolean Williams III with Connections to Success with me. For someone who doesn't know, what does Connections to Success do?
So essentially, Connections to Success is achieving economic independence for those that are from challenging backgrounds. And we do that in a very unique way. We provide job readiness, placement, retention, mentoring, social entrepreneurship, and community advocacy.
Well, we love that. And what made you want to be a part of the Bommarito High School Prep Zone Game of the Week?
So whenever you're dealing with youth and constructive activities, we have to be a part of that. That's what it's all about. So we're engaged now in what's called 2-Gen work. And the 2-Gen means basically we're reaching out to the young people, providing them an opportunity to explore industry, training, skill, positive activities within the community. And so we definitely had to be a part of Prep Zone.
Well, we're glad to have you. And how can somebody at home find Connections to Success?
ConnectionsToSuccess.org.
There you go. Thank you very much. Back to you, Harry and Isaac.
All right, thank you, Angela. The injured player coming off the field. I don't know if it's 68 or 69. Hard to read that number. I think it's Kevin Bailey, number 69. He'll be replaced in the lineup by Dieters, 72, who just checked back in, Jake Dieters. Dieters, no small guy himself, 6'4", 230.
This is already a young offensive line.
Well, actually, it was 59. The left tackle, Josh Plore, not 69. And on 1st and 10, second first down for the Cadets, who have bobbled handoff. Caleb Allen breaking tackles, lost the ball again. It's loose. No indication yet from the officials or from the players. And it belongs to Chaminade. The Red Devils will come up with the turnover. We'll watch it again. And boy, he never really had the ball.
Watch linebacker Jameron Johnson, number 18, get upfield and disrupt it right away. This play is completely over. And then the big hit that comes over by number 52, Justin Sleemer, who creates that fumble. And this is exactly what Chaminade needed. Get up on CBC early, create an early turnover, get the ball into the plus territory, then go back to that running game.
Big opportunity for the Red Devils to open up a lead. Handoff to Bonds. Hitting the hole, spins out of it, gets inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line and pick up 6 for Damon Bonds. Well, he got hit right in the hole by Zamuda, but he spun away.
Exactly, and Luke Carey was also there, the linebacker who was right there and had a shot at him. This is right where Chaminade wants him. Look at all the time they're taking off the clock. When you're playing a powerhouse like CBC, the last thing you want to do is give them more opportunities to score more possessions. So you must not turn the ball over. You must convert third down and take a lot of time off the clock.
Look at this look. They've got 3 tight ends and 1 running back, and they'll give it to Johnson. Bryce Johnson will get it near the 36-yard line, close to a first down. They'll bring in Trout, their outstanding defensive lineman, Jackson Moody, Jamarian Johnson, their all-state linebacker, and they just put tons of beef up there. They brought in Buchanan, who loves to hit people. They just brought the big boys for that one.
Other than the penalty they had that created a 3rd and long, this is what Chaminade's been doing the entire first quarter, creating 3rd and short. Now the entire playbook is open for the running game or play action pass.
Beefy lineup again, Buchanan in the backfield now, and they'll give it to him and a first down. Inside the 30, down at the 25. Jacoby Buchanan, who is a horse, just got him another first down.
That was a great block by Philip Watt. Watch Philip Watt comes around from the right side to the left, pulls around, boom, right there, that springs the back. Back did a good job of being patient, letting that block happen. seeing the hole, getting through it, and this offense of Chaminade is rolling.
Final minute of the first quarter. Chaminade leads 7-0, and they're knocking on the door at the 25. Same big formation. Give it to Buchanan again. Can he get the edge? Yes. He gets to the 20 and knocked down at about the 19. A pickup of about 6 more for Jacoby Buchanan.
Looks like the defense of CBC never really reacted to the formation because they had no one outside on the right-hand side. Now look at Chaminade. I wouldn't doubt if they go to that same formation, instead of having a long handoff, just turn around and pitch it to the back and let them run to the sideline and try to get the corner next time.
Counting the quarterback, they've already had 5 ball carriers. This is Bonds this time. Stutter step, hitting the backfield, leans forward. First down, Chaminade.
So hard to bring down, so tough to bring down. He was hit 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a first down for Chaminade, and just getting ready to say that all of the sudden the creepy weather has kind of closed in on us. You can see it in the background there. There's definitely rain in the area, and as you can see in the shot there, the dark skies down to our left, down to the south. Wonder if we can avoid it all night long here at CBC. Back to a little bit different formation, but still double tight end, single running back. This time out of the gun. Bonds hitting the notes. Bryce Johnson breaking tackles inside the 15, inside the 10. And boy, they just keep coming at you in waves.
Absolutely. Bonds, Johnson, good job staying low. Watch how low to the ground. He's already low to the ground, but watch how he right here takes a shoulder, gets down with another shoulder, breaks that tackle, keeps the ball tight, and he's delivering a blow. These Chaminade running backs always fall forward when they get tackled.
Chaminade leads at 7-0. First quarter's over. You're watching the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. Let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Angela Sharpe.
Hey, thanks, guys. Look who I have. I have John Bommarito from Bommarito Automotive Group. Why did you guys want to be a part of the High School Game of the Week and showcasing young talent?
Well, Angela, you got to remember, Bommarito Automotive Group, we like to support the youth. We like to support schools. Education is the future. And take a look tonight. We're at the awesome game, CBC versus Chaminade. Can't think of another place we'd rather be.
Yeah, and you're a little biased, right, on this team?
Well, you know, I am a grad, a couple years back. My son's Bo and Blake went to CBC as well. Take a look at the crowd. I mean, this is going to be a CBC night. I can tell. Big alumni.
That's good. You like him either way. And, if somebody wants a car, you guys have great deals on cars all the time.
Well, I'll tell you what, Angela, thanks for saying so. We just picked up our 20th franchise. We just picked up Toyota, so we're real proud of that. We are Missouri's #1 choice for all their automotive needs. And if you're looking for a car, look on Bommarito.com, Missouri's #1 automotive website.
And I remember you saying you wanted to see a Bommarito car in every garage.
Well, that's our mission. One Bommarito vehicle in every driveway. And we're close. I mean, we're getting there. We don't mind if you have 1 or 2 cars. We just want to make sure one's a Bommarito car.
And you can work with almost anybody, too, right?
Yeah, we can work with anybody. I mean, you can trade in, no trade in. I mean, take a look at us. Buys, leases, whatever you like. Sport utilities, trucks. We got everything, every car, every make, every model. And with 20 franchises, every location, we're in every neighborhood.
Well, I love it, and thank you so much for having this Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone Game of the Week. Back to you, Harry and Isaac.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you, John. By the way, I've got a Bommarito Mazda in my driveway, believe me. I love the Bommarito folks. This is a big 4th down and about 2 yards to go deep in CBC territory. Jumbo package, McGovern keeps it, and it looks like he has the first down.
Very dangerous call there, because if you don't get the first down, now you just give the ball back to CBC without scoring. But I tell you what that tells me as a coaching staff of Chaminade, they know they're going to need to put up points, touchdowns
Sure, you're
to
right.
win this game tonight. Field goals are not going to win this game, so they're looking to put up another 7.
Checking in Percy Brown, another defensive lineman in the short yardage situation for CBC on the defensive front. It's 1st and goal from about, well, they're inside the 5, maybe at the 4. And they're going to stick with that jumbo package in the backfield. 3 different running backs. Whitley is back there, Days and Buchanan. And they'll give it to Days, who fights for the yardage, and a good push by that CBC defense.
Good job standing up here. Very good job. You have to think that you have 4 opportunities if you're Chaminade to get it in from 2 yards. Misdirection here, fake it to the left, give it back to the right. The guard and tackle pull. Good job, but watch the linebacker feel it, grabs a hold to him. Chaminade's going to have 3 more opportunities here. They may run it on this play. They don't get it. Look for play action.
That was almost the definition of gang tackling there by the Cadets. Into the pile, Buchanan scores. Chaminade takes a 2-touchdown lead, and they've gone to Jacoby Buchanan on that drive quite a bit, and he gets the touchdown.
There's a big Chaminade following here tonight as well, as when he got into the end zone, the entire Chaminade crowd, where there's a lot of them here, are cheering. I tell you what, CBC is a little bit shocked right now. They're a little bit stunned, as well they should be, down early 14-0 or 13-0 with an extra point to come.
Late snap, and it's blocked. The snap was a little low and had to be handled a little bit differently. Kyle Boyer couldn't get the ball down perfectly, and then it got blocked. Watch him come in from the side.
Yeah, it looks like the kicker just hesitated just a bit. That threw his rhythm off.
Who is that player that blocked it?
Bab again?
Yes,
Jeez,
right.
He's everywhere. Everywhere. You'll find him on kickoff return, receiver. He ran it at the quarterback position, and first play of the game was a touchdown. They called back.
So what you're saying is he might be talented, might be skilled, might be athletic.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. 13-0 Chaminade. That touchdown sponsored by the American Jeep Fitters, and they're a proud sponsor of the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. 9:35 to go here in the opening half, and the Red Devils a little bit surprising out in front. Good look. Well, that's not Coach Pingle right there.
Chaminade or CBC had a little bit of success that last drive running the football. Now you're down 13-0. Are you going to abandon the run, or are you going to stay with it?
Doinks off the helmet, but up the sideline. Can Days bring him down? Missed him. Down the sideline, and we have a flag again behind the play. We'll wait and see about that penalty, an electric kickoff return.
Well, we have 2 flags down. We may get a late hit out of bounds on one and a holding, or maybe it's
Trey Haynes with an electric return, and clearly the penalty is going to be against Chaminade because they're bringing the sticks way down the sideline.
This is exactly what CBC needed. They needed something to get their energy level up. They needed something to get this crowd back into it, and they just got it.
We'll wait for the signal, but obviously the penalty or penalties were against Chaminade. And it apparently was a face mask. We'll watch it again. The kick goes right off of Haynes' helmet.
Usually when something like this happens, it throws off the timing of
Well,
the
and
blockers.
I think it threw off Chaminade's timing.
But look at the gap. He didn't make any moves
Maybe
at
Days
all.
got him around the, no, I didn't see any face mask.
And that's not a face mask right there.
So now they're going to march off more yardage after the terrific kickoff return. So CBC will be deep in Chaminade territory with a chance to cut into this 2-touchdown deficit.
I wonder if they were calling face
They
mask on the
called
tackle.
2 penalties.
Because that was clearly not a face mask on
No.
the tackle.
Well, the flag was way behind the play. The flag is still down there. We got an official
Sure.
that's flagless.
And then we got a flag right at the tackle. Right at the tackle out of bounds, the official threw a flag as well.
So a great opportunity for the Cadets. And now they're going to have to hold up play because the official has to go down about 65 yards and get his flag. And now they go down to chase down the flag.
It's all about the official. It's all about him. Jeez. Oh.
Didn't your mother tell you to pick up your laundry? I mean, come on. So a great opportunity for the Cadets.
Yeah, and they have plenty of talent.
Sure,
They have
and plenty of time. I mean, they're going to
Exactly.
score points tonight. That's not the issue.
Exactly. The question is now who they're going to get it to. Maybe Babb out of the backfield.
Out of the gun, it's Gabbert. Low snap. And a handoff inside. Williams with not a lot of room, but he's going to get very positive yardage down near the 10.
I got a feeling that Chaminade doesn't mind at all CBC running the football. Even though CBC has been successful here running this football as it comes right downhill, I got a feeling Chaminade doesn't mind this at all. Good stutter step, looking for the hole. Looks like he's wrapped up there. Watch his feet continue the drive.
All day to throw. Now flushed out of the pocket, Gabbert, and he is going to scamper out of bounds, maybe lose a yard or two. Good defensive pressure down the field to cover the receivers.
And this isn't a poor play by Gabbert. This is actually a smart play. Listen, you don't want to turn the ball over down here. You want to get points first time down this deep in the zone. If you look down the field, no one's open, don't force the ball. Roll to the right, see if someone can uncover. If not, eat the ball, go out of bounds, and line it up on third down. Great job.
Third down and 9 from about the 14-yard line. Big play for the Cadets. Quick blitz, rolls out, and now sacked back at about the 23-yard line. And, boy, they just kept coming and kept coming. And it'll be 4th and long for the Cadets. And what a great defensive stand by Chaminade with their backs against the wall.
Watch Jacoby Buchanan comes in from his linebacker spot. Every single third down, Chaminade has blitzed CBC. So you see the blueprint that they have tonight. Third down, they're coming with the blitz. Why? Because CBC has great talent outside, and if you give them time, they'll get past you. They'll just run right by you. So the game plan for Chaminade tonight is to blitz every third down, and they've been successful doing it.
Buchanan fleshed him out, low snap problems, and tackle. Wow, did that all turn around for Chaminade? On the previous play, Buchanan fleshed him out. Sudicum got the sack, and now on a bad snap, they don't get any points at all. It's all going for the Red Devils right now.
Jamari Johnson once again comes off the edge as the snap was bobbing. You look at the crowd of Chaminade. We're in CBC. That's Chaminade's crowd. Watch the bobble snap and watch Jamari Johnson comes in, not looking to block him, and just takes him out.
Takes the kicker,
he takes both of them out.
Takes the holder.
And he knows it too as he gets up with a little bit of swag. Look at him.
There was a reason that Jamarion Johnson was All-State last year. Here's Days getting out on the wing, running over a man to the 35 or 6, and a late flag. A late flag at the end of the run. We'll sort that out. Under 8 minutes to go, and boy, Chaminade has been very impressive tonight.
Yeah, and something has to change with CBC with their entire game plan. This is the Chaminade crowd. Look at this crowd.
They're talking it over with McGovern. The penalty is going to be on CBC. It was a 5-yard gain without the penalty.
Yeah, maybe a late hit out of bounds, which is going to add on another 15 yards, which would be huge.
Well, I think that's exactly what it's going to be.
Wow.
Personal foul. Yep, against CBC.
Have you ever heard a fan base at CBC making this much noise? I've never heard this before. And look at these guys. They come from Chaminade. They have packed their side of the stands, and they are excited right now.
That young man in the middle wearing number 3, he's wearing Bradley Beal's basketball jersey from the Washington Wizards. He was a Chaminade kid.
Absolutely.
First down now for Chaminade. They're 7th of the first half. That's unofficial. Fake handoff one way, then the other way, and a big hit by that CBC front defense. Nothing doing that time, and boy, Bennett was in the middle of that one again for CBC.
And
so was Benji Gormley.
Absolutely, but Chaminade is very comfortable with this pace. Just about 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go before halftime. They're really slowing the pace down, taking the air out of the ball. If they score or punt here, they just want to be in a situation where they give CBC just one more shot at the ball before halftime.
Bonds in the backfield along with Bryce Johnson, little offset eye, and it will be Bonds. Diving low and getting just a couple, and CBC's defense making a much nicer stand this time.
Yeah, well, they're walking their linebackers almost all the way towards the line of scrimmage. It's one-on-one outside. When Chaminade just goes powerhouse with 2 receivers, what CBC is doing, they're bringing their linebackers all the way up playing the run now. And they're leaving those corners one-on-one. Don't be surprised if Chaminade takes a shot deep here.
See Justin Wims go out. Typically it's Kendall at center, Philip Wyatt at the left guard, Wims at the right guard, and the tackles Andrew Lordo and Marcus Greer. And they're taking a long time, and now they're going to call a timeout. They were having trouble getting the play all taken care of. And so, anyway, they'll take a timeout. Telecast being made possible tonight through the support of We Do Laundry. And the support, they love to support high school football, and they're doing it tonight. We Do Laundry. Give them a call. They'll take your laundry home, take it from your home, take it somewhere else, clean it up, get it all fluffy, and bring it back
to you. Can't beat that.
I'm telling you, Isaac Bird needs We Do Laundry.
In the worst way. Tonight, like.
Hey, next week we'll be at Kirkwood, the Parkway North Vikings and the Kirkwood Pioneers, and that should be a good one. 2 more really outstanding football teams.
I am very surprised at the energy level that CBC has come out with tonight. I kind of thought that after losing last week's game at East St. Louis, a very close game, a game that they had a chance to win, I thought they had more energy tonight, but they really don't.
Chaminade has taken it to him, and we're going to take you to Angela Sharpe.
Hey there, I'm with John and Sonia from American Jeep Fitters. If somebody doesn't know what Jeep Fitters does, what do you guys do for Jeeps?
We've got an entire line of customized Jeep Wranglers that really are exactly what somebody that's looking for a nice luxury vehicle or a Jeep that's completely finished out with a lot of the extras that you'd expect to be able to put onto a Jeep Wrangler. It's done out of the gate.
Oh, we like that. And what kind of, you have financing available, that kind of thing?
Yeah, 100% financing. We also accept trades.
Awesome. Now, how can somebody take a look at some of the Jeeps you guys have, maybe take a look, take a drive, that kind of thing?
We've got a catalog that's updated pretty regularly and frequently throughout the year. Currently, we've got 13 models available at our websites, the best place to look, jeepfitters.com, that's plural, jeepfitters.com. On that website, you will find a lot of information, head-turning photographs. After that, feel free to contact us with direct questions. All that contact information is on the website.
Well, we love that. And why did you guys want to be a part of Bommarito Prep Zone Game of the Week?
Well, we just think that, we know John ourselves, and we think that this is just a great way in, and we like what he's doing for everyone here.
Kind of showcasing the youth. Well, thank you very much. And if you're looking for a Jeep, check them out. And what's that website one more time?
It's jeepfitters.com.
Back to you, Harry and Isaac.
All right. Thank you, Angela. We're going to take a timeout. 13-0 Chaminade in front of CBC. You're watching the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week.
When Chris graduates with his liberal arts degree, his starting salary is $25,000. That's if he can find a job. When Steve graduates from MTC Truck Driving School, he'll work for a national company at $50,000 a year. Which route would you take? Hop on at beatrucker.com.
And welcome back to the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. You see the CBC bench down on one knee, and most of the Chaminade Red Devils are too because of the injured CBC player Julian Beach. He took a massive hit.
I'm hoping he just got the wind knocked out of him.
Right. Well, now that we see him sitting up, that's just good news.
Sign.
We hadn't seen him moving much. He got hit. McGovern was rolling to the left, and a clean hit, but a violent hit. The offensive lineman coming back to pick him off.
Yeah, and
that's just good news right there to see him sitting up.
Yeah, and that's usually a dangerous play when the quarterback starts to roll one way and you get pressure. So your defender, you stop your momentum and start running in another direction. to run down the quarterback. And at that time, you're really not aware of who's actually around you simply because you broke through the line already. So you're already pressuring the quarterback. Then when he goes the other way, you kind of forget that the linemen that you just went through are still right there. He forgot, and one of the linemen just came and it was a legal hit. And you know, unfortunately, this is just one of the bad things about football. Hey, it's a collision sport, and every now and again you get one of these bad collision plays.
It's good to see him up and walking, but he is a wobbly young man right now. And that, you're right, it's a collision sport, and he had a nasty collision. So they'll take time. Look, you know, he's still a little wobbly there, but it's good to see him up and walking. That's the greatest news we've had all night, honestly. It's a big play. On the play, McGovern got 8 yards, and it's 4th down and 1. The sophomore, Julian Beach, walking off. And now Chaminade will come out in that jumbo package again.
And this package haven't been stopped all night. They usually fake it to the first two backs and then give it to the third back. One time they did a counter with it. The other 2 times they did a power right behind the 2 lead backers. And each time it hasn't been stopped on 3rd and short.
Days is deep. Andre Whitley is the up back. Their outstanding strong safety. McGovern may be changing the play at the line. Going hard count, trying to get CBC to jump. They didn't. And did he call a timeout? Yes, he did. McGovern called the timeout. Couldn't get him to jump offside, so he was able to get the timeout. Tonight's telecast brought to you in part by Millennium Restoration and Development, restoring neglected buildings all throughout the St. Louis region. Love people like that are trying to make the community better. Millennium Restoration.
Not a bad play right there by Chaminade to line up into a formation that's a power formation that CBC have seen 3 or 4 times tonight, and then go on a Howard count to try to get CBC to jump. Great discipline by CBC, not jumping, giving up the easy first down. Now you have a decision to make if you're Chaminade. Do I really want to go for it? If I don't, we're going to give CBC the ball right here at the 40-yard line. But this running game has been so good for Chaminade tonight. I'll be shocked if they just don't turn around and hand it to one of these 3 backs.
Now again, if they go into shotgun, McGovern can punt it, but he's going to be up under center. They're going to go 3 running backs this time with Whitley, Buchanan, and Days. Behind that big bunched up Trevor Trout, the defensive tackle, is up there on the line and into the pile on the first down inside the 40-yard line. Darius Days and a big first down because they keep that clock going.
Yeah, and they're 4 for 4 in that jumbo package. So look for them to keep doing that. And now they're going to take their time here, line up, get it under 6 minutes, keep the ball, try to get another first down. There's no reason to throw the ball deep here. Your running game has been working the entire night. I look for them just to turn around and hand it off.
Well, you talk about them milking the clock, play clock already down to 6. I mean, they're very determined. An inside handoff and a short gain that time to about the 35.
Power game. There's nothing wrong with it. You make a great point, Harry. They're running that play clock all the way down under 7 seconds every single time. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if you get into 3rd and 2,
play
3rd.
action
Yeah,
pass
a
here,
little play
sure.
action pass, go over the top.
5:27 to go here in the half. Chaminade up 13-love across the state of Missouri. People are saying, what? CBC's down. This is a exciting football game to be at. Oh, and what a hit in the backfield. Breaking that play up. Wow. Busting up through it all. Watch it again. M.J. Anderson from his linebacker position read it perfectly and delivered a blow.
Yeah, he's right on the line of scrimmage. Great job of taking on the blocker with his right shoulder, staying low, driving through the blocker, then getting to the tackler. That's one thing that CBC is going to have to do here to try to slow down this running attack. They're going to have to start bringing these linebackers and put them on a line of scrimmage and have them blitz every single time. The problem is if these backs break through that first line of defense, there's not going to be anyone in the secondary.
M.J. Anderson, just a sophomore. McGovern has time, throws long and overthrows the intended wide receiver. Some contact, but incidental. And it's going to be 4th down for the Red Devils.
That's actually a very good route by number 2, Cameron Campbell, 6'3", about 190. He runs a corner route. I wish, the quarterback should put just a little bit air on it and let Campbell run up under it. Here he is at the top. He's wide open there, just a little bit too much. If the quarterback can anticipate it, sometimes you get young quarterbacks, and what they do is they wait until they see that the receiver is open before they throw it. If he can anticipate that corner route and throw it earlier, that'll give the receiver a much better chance to run up under it.
McGovern in the gun. A lot of times he'll punt from here. He did earlier, but he's going to pass it this time. Under pressure, spins away, looks down the field, and off the hands of the intended receiver, Days. That's the second time he's gone just a little too high to Darius Days.
Yeah, and this is a 1st down if he's able to complete it. This is one of the things that has plagued them a little bit tonight is not converting on 3rd down. Good job here. Being patient. These are long routes. Gets pressure. He turns his shoulders very well, but then the ball just kind of sails on him. He needs to drive that right shoulder down almost into the ground, and that'll bring that ball down some.
Quick pitch to Gormley, and he has positive yardage, breaks a tackle, and has a 1st down into Chaminade territory. Good hard running by Benji Gormley.
Big possession here for Chaminade. This may be the last time they have the ball before halftime, and they must get this ball into the end zone. A little bit of sense of urgency here as we're under 4 minutes.
9 yards for Gormley. I thought he had the 1st down, but it's 2nd and 9. His 2nd catch of the night, and Gabbard is back to pass. Under pressure, ducks around a man and completes the pass. That's a 41-yard line to Tyler Walton.
Chaminade is not backing off as they're blitzing their linebackers right up the middle, playing man-to-man across the board. So anything that Chaminade wants, they're going to have it man-to-man. It's just a matter of executing now.
Unofficially 5 of 6 now for Gabbard. Guns left, has a man who dropped the pass. Dropping it was Cameron Brown rather.
Yeah, you never see
It'll
that.
It'll be 2nd and 10.
And you never see that from Brown. Brown is very sure-handed. He just wanted to make a move before he actually looked that ball into his hands. He knows he's wiping those hands down, looking for another opportunity.
6 catches, 202 yards for him. Inside handoff, Williams running hard inside the 35 down near the 30.
There is a flag down. I wonder if this may even come back on a hold. And it will.
And they'll march it backwards. And boy, the penalties have hurt the Cadets tonight.
Absolutely. Good patience here. Breaking to his left right here, breaks a tackle. Then you think he's going to be stopped. And there's the hold. Absolutely, that's a good call at the top of your screen. Good finish here, though.
Boy, Justin
continue
was running hard,
absolutely.
wasn't he?
Continue to move his legs. And that's the sense of urgency that CBC needs right now. They need some kind of a spark. I'm really surprised that Babb hasn't really gotten off with the ball. No screens to him, nothing over the middle, nothing deep. Look for them to go to Babb here pretty soon.
He is in the far side, the top of your screen. He's that receiver isolated up at the top of the 50-yard line. Rolling right, Gabbard on a designed run. He will get about 5 yards and take a hook slide.
That
Spun away, trying to confuse him a bit.
Yeah, and that was a good coverage there by Chaminade as they rolled to cover 2 for the first time all night tonight. 2 safeties deep with the corners playing underneath the receivers.
3rd and about 14, 15 yards to go for the Cadets.
Same look defensively as Chaminade, a cover 2 look. Don't want to give up the long ball.
Time for Gabbard. Steps up, throws long, has a man inside the 10, and that's a touchdown for Cameron Brown and the CBC Cadets.
How do you attack the cover 2? Right up the middle. That's how you attack the cover 2, as both safeties will split to their hash. The middle will be wide open. Great play design by CBC anticipating cover 2.
Wow, was that a great strike? Good protection, and watch Brown haul it in and just explosive.
Look at both safeties outside the hash, so the middle of the field is wide open. That's a great play design, anticipating cover 2 and calling a play to beat it.
American Jeep Fitters touchdown again, a low snap. The kick is away and no good. 13-6, a 7-point deficit with 2:39 to go in the half. Let's send it down to Angela Sharpe.
Hey there, I've got Matt Bierman with the Elite Football Academy. Thanks again for joining us today. You have a couple guys out here you've trained, right?
Yeah, you know what? This is a heck of a battle. I've been waiting for weeks. A lot of the kids we trained, they've been waiting and talking throughout the summer for this day and time, and so it's great to see a battle. So it's neat when we have two quarterbacks squaring off a long time, two guys that trained with us a long time, Brett Gabbert, the younger brother of Blaine Gabbert and Tyler Gabbert, and Michael McGovern over at Chaminade. They train together all the time, so there's friendly banter, and it's been a heck of a showing so far.
Is that fun for you to, these guys training with you over the summer, kind of talking back and forth, waiting for this game?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's nothing better than a Friday night here at CBC, a big time game with kids from all over the area. Teams that are playing tomorrow, all the kids are here watching, so you get to see all the friendly banter back and forth, and then see these guys get out here and play and put on a show. So they're fighting their butts off out here.
Oh, well, I love that. Now, how can somebody get their child? Because you guys start off pretty young.
Yeah, we just kicked off flag football tonight, so we have our elite flag football, which is real easy to do for 5-year-olds all the way through middle schoolers, and then we do that, and we run those little guys pretty much year-round now. But they can join us at elitefootball.net. Come in. We also do speed and agility training and football skill development. So we have a variety of things pretty much for any level athlete, football or otherwise, but looking to get better at their respective sport. But namely, this time of year, a lot of football players.
Well, we love that. And we're so glad to have you here at the Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. And I know there's a special somebody out there, right?
Yeah, you know what? I'm in between a football game and a birthday. So my little one, Bailey, my daughter, just turned 9 today, so happy birthday.
All right, thank you. Happy birthday, Bailey. Back to you, Harry and Isaac.
Happy birthday, Bailey. 2:39 to go in the half, and we've got a terrific football game going on for you, and we may have a lightning delay. You see the officials turning and walking and talking to a CBC official. With 2:39 to go, I thought I saw a bit of a flash, and then the official came on the field, and we have 2:39 to go in the opening half. We'll let them sort that out. But Isaac, this has been a terrific game, and the difference of styles, but these two teams really going at it.
Yeah, and the winner of this game may be the team that style prevails, as CBC is going to want to play up-tempo, spread it out, and throw the ball, which they've been doing a fairly good job with it when they had it. Chaminade's running game has been absolutely great tonight. 2:39 left. The question is, do you sit on it and go into halftime with this lead, or is Chaminade going to come out and throw it?
The officials have decided we can play. They go 3 wide, but an inside handoff and nowhere to go. That CBC defense is encouraged by the CBC offense.
Now, CBC may take a timeout here. They want to get this ball back, and that's exactly what they do. They're probably going to put Chaminade in a situation where they're going to probably have to throw the ball to pick up this first down. They're very capable of doing that. They have 2 very good receivers.
And it is a timeout. Yeah, you wonder, were they going to go, was Chaminade going to go aggressive, and was CBC going to take the timeout if they happen to get the stop? And that's exactly what we find out. Hey, I want to say thanks to Fisher's Pro Line Sports, outfitting your team from head to toe, and a strong supporter of high school sports, sponsoring the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. They did last year too. Our friends at Fisher's Pro Line Sports. And now the question for Antoine Torrey. Do we just run it and make them use timeouts? Do we be aggressive on offense?
Well, it's tricky. I think you definitely want to make them use another timeout here. So on this second down, I would anticipate them and expect them to run the ball, make CBC call another timeout, go back to the sideline, and come up with a play to pick up about 6 or 7 yards, whether that's a play action, whether that's some kind of trick play like a reverse, But you know, they're going to have some options, but they're going to be based off this running play if they do run it here.
Man in the slot, single wide receiver, and McGovern will roll right. Looks for the screen and gets it out on the flat. That's Bryce Johnson and a flag behind the play, I think. But Johnson across the 40 to the 45, and there is a flag way back at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, I wonder if he roughed the passer. If so, this is going to be another 15 yards added on to.
It is roughing the passer.
This changes the dynamic of Chaminade completely now. Now they're going to be put in a situation where they're probably on the plus-yard line. Now they're going to be thinking about putting this ball into the end zone.
And now, yeah, of course they're going to take the penalty. You saw McGovern nod his head yes. And you could see this play developing. Johnson leaking out of the backfield.
Yeah, and just look, maybe he touched him on the helmet. Oh, no, he took three. Yeah,
he took way too many steps.
Yeah, he took 2.5, maybe 3 steps and gave him a shot to the chest. That's actually a very good call.
And then the penalty, and unofficially for CBC, 5 penalties. And, boy, 3 of them have been big ones.
And I'm surprised of the bad tackling from CBC tonight as well. That's another thing. They just have not tackled well. Many times tonight, the runner broke the first tackle to pick up more yards.
Bonds into the hole, and another flag, and a pickup of about 4 for Damon Bonds. And this one, I think, is going to go against Chaminade. It is. It's a hold against the Red Devils. So wipe away the play. 2:10 to go in the half. Chaminade's already taken 2 timeouts, I believe.
That one hurts as well because that was a very positive running play. Very positive running play that would have put them inside the 40-yard line. Now they look up, they're back in their territory at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, they lose 11 yards on the 10-yard penalty because it's a spot foul in high school. So they actually lost more than 10 yards.
If you're going to throw it here, they've been successful rolling out, throwing those short passes to the backs. When you get them out in space, they can break a tackle and run for the first down.
Twins to either side of the formation now. One of the rare times we've seen that formation for Chaminade tonight. Clock running under 150. Quick screen out there. That's Agnew. He has the 50, and a flag comes in again after a short gain and an illegal block, you would assume, out there by Cameron Campbell. Just because of where the flag was thrown. And so that'll march him back again.
Another quick throw, a great play design. Now you're Chaminade, you're thinking, okay, we probably need to kill this thing. We may not get it into the end zone. Now you're looking at 2nd and long. I'm looking for maybe a draw or just a running play just to get this clock rolling and to get CBC to call another timeout.
Well, they called holding, and it'll march it back to the 41. So it's still first down. They've got a long way to go. You don't have a play in your playbook that's called 1st and 25.
Not at all.
But they stay in that passing formation, and McGovern is back. And he throws long and tipped and almost intercepted. But it'll go incomplete. Knocking it away was Brent Bledsoe, and it's 2nd and long.
Yeah, that should scare Chaminade right now out of this passing game. He wants to go in the middle here. He sees cover 2, but he doesn't read that this linebacker is going to drop back into coverage right in the middle of the field, and he gets up under it and tips it.
Bledsoe, the safety. I talked to Coach Pingle. I said, okay, one's listed as a free safety, one's listed as strong safety. Does it make any difference in your defense? He said, no. They're both just safeties and hitters. McGovern has time. Throws and caught by Bonds across the 45 at the 48. Short pickup, 3rd, and about 20 yards to go, and a timeout by CBC.
And Bonds does a good job out of the backfield catching the ball. That's one thing he does extremely well, is catch the ball out of the backfield. This ball is thrown low. He does a good job of going down, getting it. If this ball hits him in his chest, there's really just one tackler there, and I have yet to see the first guy tackle him in the open field.
This telecast brought to you and made possible through the support of Me to You Game Truck. Let our luxury video game truck be part of your next party. It's Me to You Game Truck. 13-6. People all over the state saying, what do you mean CBC's losing? But this is a terrific football game. Listen, we talked about the offenses, but these two teams both just averaged 16 points against. Defensively, they can both defend as well.
Yeah, and both defenses are on display tonight, as you can see. Now, both offenses have gotten it going at times, but nothing that is sustainable. No team has really sustained a long drive for a touchdown, at least not more than once. So defenses are doing their job. A game like this could come down to turnovers and special teams. Who makes a play on special teams and who turns the ball over late?
84 seconds to go in the half. 13-6 Chaminade on 3rd and long. McGovern has time, now flushed and sacked. Luke Carey got him way back at the 35-yard line. And now another CBC timeout because Scott Fingal wants a chance to score.
Yeah, I'm not sure why McGovern doesn't just throw this ball. It's man-to-man. He gets exactly what he wants. It's man-to-man. Just pick out a side and throw it. He picks out the left. He wants to throw it, but then decides not to. Not sure why not. It's man-to-man. You have 2 seams going. You have a post going. Take one of those guys and throw it and give one of your receivers a chance to make a play. 2 good things going to happen when you throw the ball deep, and that's what Chaminade was thinking. One of those things is you catch it, and the other thing could be a pass interference.
Now, don't forget, next Friday night, the Parkway North Vikings will be at Kirkwood High School against the Pioneers. Great battle there, terrific coaches. Farrell Shelton there at Kirkwood and Bob Bunton at Parkway North. That's going to be a terrific battle as well. Speaking of head coaches, talked to both of these coaches about retiring Gary Kornfeld at St. Louis U High this week. Both these coaches said, I've got the most respect I could have for an opposing coach. And both coaches said, when I came into the league, Gary Kornfeld took me under his wing, taught me the ropes, told me how to compete in the MCC.
And that's why coaches love him.
So 4th down punting situation for Chaminade, and McGovern will hit a good high kick. Hayes will go back and fumble it, and he falls on it inside his 15. Didn't get his body in front of the ball, tried to catch it over the shoulder. And CBC has a long field here with 69 seconds to go in the half.
And I believe CBC has 1 timeout.
I don't think they have any.
They don't have any timeouts. So if you're Chaminade, you're really in prevent here.
Got to play safety, right? Way
absolutely,
back.
Absolutely. Don't let anything get caught behind you. But the problem with that is CBC has really dynamic talent to where they break a tackle or 2, get a couple of blockers. Even on a short throw, they can make up a lot of ground here.
You wonder what Chaminade's doing defensively because they haven't even thrown the ball to Cameron Babb.
Yeah, and I don't know why Chaminade's in cover 1 right now, press man.
Yeah, that's funny to see, isn't it?
Now they're dropping back with the 2 safeties, giving a cover 2 look.
Jamarian Johnson, the linebacker, out there matched up against Babb on that far side of the field.
They're cover 1.
Stepping up, throwing in the middle, Gormley. Across the 30, across the 40, and a first down for CBC.
I have no idea why Chaminade is going to cover 1 man. I just no idea at all. They're bringing a blitz. I would say drop your linebackers back and make them throw something, try to complete something over your head with 2 defenders. But they're blitzing the linebackers playing cover 1.
First down, back to pass. Gabbert steps up, away from the pressure, and he'll run. 40. 45, wants to get out of bounds. Oh, and he has popped along the sideline right near the first down stick. And that's going to be a first down as he was drilled right along the sideline.
Good job getting that first down first, though. Instead of getting out of bounds and making it 2nd and 1, he decides to go ahead and accept that hit, but he gets the first down while doing it.
Clock stops with 47.4 seconds
Gets outside
to go.
here. Good job putting the ball in his left hand.
He popped right up, too. He was saying, hey, I'm not intimidated. Now he guns left side, has a man wide open inside the 15, and another touchdown for Cameron Brown.
Yeah, I can't believe this coverage. The decision here defensively with the coverage is mind-boggling. The last thing you want to do is play tight and allow CBC to go over your head. And that's exactly what they did, and CBC went over the head.
Second big, long touchdown pass to Brown. Watch it again as Etzel gets ready for the extra point. Watch 8. Just a fly pattern, goes by everybody. They're in looks like a bit of a zone, and he just got out behind them all.
Yeah, it looks like the safety just never got over the top.
Now the extra point can give can pull CBC into a tie. Good snap, good kick, up, and we're tied at 13. How about that strike from Gabbert to Cameron Brown? Here's a different look.
Yeah, this is cover 2. The safety has to get all the way over to the hash and never does it. Never does. You got to get over to those numbers. Didn't do it, and they just run right past the corner.
Penalty on the extra point, and it was against Chaminade, so it doesn't matter. And with 39 seconds to go in the half, we are all tied up. This is the kind of game you hope for when two terrific teams get together, and it's exactly what we've got.
Yeah, Chaminade has to be kicking themselves. They had the ball with a couple of minutes left, their territory. I thought they should run the ball a couple of times, utilize the clock, and they decided to take a couple of shots deep. It just didn't turn out for them. You give the ball back to CBC with that that quick strike offense. It doesn't take many plays, and they put 7-7 right back up on the board.
We'll look at the touchdown again. The penalty was on Chaminade, a personal foul. And so they'll kick it off from the Chaminade side of the 50. Another great look by our camera crew. Look at that.
Yeah, safety never gets over the top. The corner is definitely in cover 2 looking for help. Didn't get it.
Cameron Brown and Benji Gormley are making a living tonight because Chaminade is so concerned with Mr. Babb. You would expect this one to go into the end zone off the foot of Mr. Etzel with 39 seconds to go. Good look at him. Nope. Gonna pooch it. And an onside kick is fumbled loose, and CBC is celebrating. And do they have it? Yes, they do. Wow. Gamble and win. How about that call by Scott Pingle?
How about the kick? The kick
yeah,
was
great
excellent.
kick.
Excellent kick.
So a chance with 38 seconds to go and no timeouts. CBC has another chance. They've shown they can throw it long. Watch it here, and a great kick by Etzel.
Drives the ball directly into the ground, and it's very high. The receiver here has a shot.
You know what?
It
didn't go 10 yards, but the receiver got across the line and touched it.
Yep. These safeties are way back now, which they should have been in that last possession. They're way back.
Quick strike, left side, off the hands and incomplete. First throw of the night for Babb, and it goes incomplete.
Yeah, I agree. You want to get him the ball quickly and let him go to work, but that ball has to be thrown much higher so Babb can have an easy catch where he can turn and do something with it after he gets it.
Almost exclusively, he's been lined up on the right side, and on this formation and the last, he's been lined up on the left, matched up this time against McGee. And back to pass is Gabbert. Looks right, looks left, rolls, and will run. He's across the 45, inside the 35, and a first down. And he runs out of bounds to kill the clock, and he's very close to a first down. And is it a first down? No, it's not. 9 yards for Gabbert. Third and 1, 27.9 seconds to go. Gormley will split out, 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Babb all by himself at the bottom. Looks like he has safety help though as Whitley comes up. And Gabbert's back to pass. Long for Babb in the end zone and knocked away. Great closing coverage by Nathaniel McGee.
They had him earlier. If this ball has to be thrown about a second and a half sooner. If he throws it sooner, it's a walk-in touchdown for Babb. He holds it just too much. Now throw it. He's holding it. That's going to give the corner a shot to come back and knock it down, and that's exactly what happened. If he throws that ball about a second and a half sooner, it's an easy walk-in touchdown from Babb.
Great play by McGee. 4th and 1 for the Cadets. Quick swing out to the side. Caught for a first down by Walton, and he has room to the outside. Inside the 30, goes out of bounds near the 20. And boy, Walton showed very wily skills there. Got free and got out of bounds.
What a poor job by the corner here. He needs to stay outside. If he stays outside, he's going to make the tackle, and maybe the clock runs out. But watch him dip in right here, number 5, and gets hooked, or number 8 gets hooked. That's Miles Williams. He's got to stay outside and make the tackle on the field.
Fresh set of downs, 15 seconds to go. CBC gunning for the lead. Throw it in the end zone for Babb, and he lunges and can't hold on. He was all out for that one and just couldn't hold on. The ground knocked it free. That was a beautiful pitch by Mr. Gabbert.
Great throw, great plan here, just running down the field, giving your superstar a chance. He comes up with this catch more times than not. Here comes the blitz, good recognition of it. Hand fighting there, he's got it.
He just couldn't hold on. Didn't have it in the hands, had it in the arm, and that's why the turf knocked it free. 10 seconds to go. Scott Pingle gambled on the onside kick, and now they're just heaving for the end zone, trying to get that lead. Gabbert has time, steps up,
you can't take a sack,
and gets tackled behind the line, and that will kill the half.
Sure is. That's the worst thing you can do.
The half will come to a close, 13-13 on a terrific football game. Our Angela Sharpe's going to attempt to hook up with Coach Pingle here before he leaves the field. Down to our right, she's waiting for him. 13-13, a terrific first half. And now they are going to stop the game because of the lightning. I think the officials decided to get the half out of the way. And I think we're ready for Angela Sharpe and Scott Pingle.
All right, I got Coach Pingle with me. All right, you guys came back there at the end of that half. What were you thinking about during this game?
You know, I think we got to try to stop their running game. They can run it. They're very physical up front. And then, you know, when we have opportunities, we can't make mistakes. And we made quite a few mistakes first half.
All right, with those mistakes, what are you going to tell the boys when you go in there during the half?
Well, we got to just really clean some things up, look at what's going on. And, you know, they're giving us some stuff. We're just not taking advantage of it, and we're making silly mistakes.
Is there any one player you're really going to be looking for during the second half?
No, anybody in purple. We're going to try to get them better this half.
Anybody in purple. Good luck to you, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you, Harry and Isaac.
All right, thank you, Angela. Anybody in purple, Scott Pingle said. They're going to try to get the ball to anybody in purple. We're going to take a timeout. We do have a lightning delay coming right here at the halftime at CBC, where the Cadets and the Chaminade Red Devils are all tied up at 13-13. You're watching the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. With the lead early on, and we'll show you some of those scoring plays here. First scoring play of the night was a big, long touchdown pass to Bryce Johnson. He caught it over the middle and did the rest with blazing speed. He pulled away from those CBC defensive backs. Good bit of running there, Isaac, to pull away and slant away and get in.
Speed and power. Showed both of them right there on that play.
They went up 7-0, made the extra point on the long touchdown pass from McGovern, and then the inside handoff to Jacoby Buchanan. After a good drive, after a turnover, they powered it in. They went kind of full house and big, beefy offensive lineman that whole drive, and Jacoby Buchanan gets the touchdown. Missed the extra point, which was big. They lead at 13-0 at this point. And then you see Brett Gabbert with a long strike to Cameron Brown over the middle. It was going to be the first of a couple for that young man. And boy, he found the seam in the middle of that zone.
Absolutely, and that's exactly where you want to attack that zone, right in the middle. You want to attack it with speed. So they got Brown to run right up the middle in that seam, hit him in stride, and he ran it into the end zone.
Otto Etzel made the extra point. It was 13-7, and then Gabbert to Brown again, the long bomb. Both of those passes over 40 yards, maybe 50 yards. Brown gets his second touchdown of the night. The young man's averaging about 35 yards of reception before this game, and he's got 2 or 3 catches of 50-plus. His numbers are blowing up. And so then they missed the extra point, and we're tied at 13. And we'll show you some of the halftime numbers. There it is. Rushing yards, we saw Chaminade dominate on the ground, 107-54. And, of course, those passing yards, because of the long bombs, 215-102 for CBC. Because of all that running, a big first down advantage for Chaminade, and probably time on the clock as well. You see the total yards. 1 big turnover set up a touchdown. Both teams with 5 penalties, Isaac, but CBC had the worst of them, a couple of those penalties that were really hurtful.
Yeah, and if Chaminade's going to win this game, they got to get back to their their personnel. They got to get back to their game plan coming into this game, which was power running. They did a great job that first quarter running the football, getting out in front, scoring a touchdown early to take the lead, and then they really took the air out of the ball for about a quarter and a half. Then, right around the 6-minute mark, that offense at CBC started to strike, and they started to strike with deep passing plays. So we got a contrast there. Chaminade wants to run it. CBC wants to pass it. Whoever imposes their will in that second half is going to win this game.
Well, we have gotten back to action honestly, very quickly.
Yeah.
Despite the 30-minute delay in the Lightning, I was down talking to Dave Quedall, the Post-Dispatch, their outstanding high school writer. Some games around the area haven't even started yet.
Really?
And then some games have been delayed already. Kirkwood, who we're going to see next week, has won tonight. They beat that Pattonville team that we saw last week.
Wow.
So a lot of great things going on. And we're ready to go. Kickoff is going to bounce at the 15, and Haynes has it up the sideline with speed. Across the 30, across the 50. Can he be brought down? Yes, the quarterback, McGovern, made the touchdown-saving tackle, but Trey Haynes exploded, and that's the way the third quarter starts for the Cadets.
Yeah, I was going to say that you have to try to, after a long delay like that, you have to try to regenerate some energy into your offense and defense. The way to do it is a special teams play. Look at the speed. Hits it right up the middle. No one's there. Good speed. This is a good job here.
How about the quarterback?
Absolutely, making sure that this doesn't turn into a touchdown. Send your defense out there, see if you can stop him.
McGovern slowed him up just enough to get reinforcements. And CBC's in business at the 29 of Chaminade. And boy, Chaminade took that 13-point lead, and really, frankly, Isaac, were dominating. And then CBC really fired back late in that second quarter. Gun to the right and over the head of Cameron Brown, incomplete. Unofficially, 9 of 15 in that first half for Gabbert for those 200-plus yards and a couple of touchdown strikes.
Well, interesting to see if Chaminade's going to come out here and blitz the linebackers like they did the entire first half. That first play they didn't. They played coverage and forced a bad throw. I think that's what they're going to do this second half. Instead of walking those linebackers up and blitz them, kind of send them back in coverage.
In the gun, inside handoff. Caleb Allen. Big hole inside the 30, inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line. Caleb Allen with a big run.
This does a great job of being patient by Allen. Waiting for the line to get their blocks. Jab step to the left before coming back to the right. Watch his patience here. Patience. Then he hits the hole.
Wow.
Right down the hill. Good job.
Nowhere to go this time. Short gain for Allen down near the 12, maybe the 13.
I tell you what, though, this is the pace that Chaminade really wants to play. I don't think they mind at all with CBC running the ball. The thing that they don't want to do is get hit with a home run with CBC with their receivers out wide. The problem is they're already in the red zone because of the kickoff return, so it kind of works against them here.
We didn't see their outstanding lineman Trevor Trout out there much in the first half. Pump fake, throws, end zone, and incomplete. Almost hauled in again, and boy, a great recovery by the defensive back, and Babb just couldn't haul it in with the great recovery by Nathaniel McGee.
Now watch Andre Whitten here. He's on the coverage. He gets beat. Now watch the makeup speed and watch him strip it out with that left hand right there. Great job stripping that ball out because that was a touchdown.
Well, you're right. That was Whitley and not McGee, and Whitley on his way to Western Illinois to play college football next year. He is a stud, and he recovered and ripped it away from Babb. 3rd and 7. Inside handoff and coming near side. Williams will be short of the first down. Good open field tackle by Jacoby Buchanan.
It's a good play by Jemaron Johnson, the linebacker, staying outside and forcing the runner to come back inside where his help was. Looks like they may even go for it here.
Sure, it's 4th and 3, 4th and a long 2. Out of the gun, inside handoff again. Aleb into the pile. fighting for that first down yardage, and he's going to have it inside the 5-yard line. And that was all about determination for Caleb Allen.
Yeah, too many Chaminade players standing around there. I guess maybe they thought that he was tackled, but it was just too many players standing around as he's patient here, dips left, dips right. Now right here, he should be stopped, but they're not really trying to bring him down, bring him behind the line of scrimmage.
Brown sprints for the edge, and no signal, short of the first down.
Boy,
short of the first down. It's going to be 2nd and goal just outside the goal line.
Boy, that was close. I thought he may have fell into the end zone there. And he's limping off the field.
Yeah, Brown
here.
is limping, not off, but to his far wide receiver position there. 2nd and goal. Inside handoff. And touchdown CBC. Allen gets in. And they take the lead for the first time tonight on the 1-yard run by Caleb Allen.
Well, it all started with that kickoff return, exactly what CBC needed. And that extra break was probably one of the things that CBC needed as well, to kind of regroup. I'm sure they were shocked and stunned with the score, at the halftime score, and how they played with almost little to no energy for most of that first half. So that extra time that they got really proved to come out here with a lot of energy.
Etzel on for the extra point. I don't see rain, but I see umbrellas popping up everywhere, so it must be raining here at CBC. The extra point is good after the American Jeep Fitters touchdown run by Caleb Allen. We'll keep it right here. 9:37 to go in the 3rd quarter. And there you see the rain. CBC has taken the lead and brought rain with that touchdown.
Well, and the rain is really, or the elements, the weather is really the equalizer of any game. I don't think it'll slow down Chaminade because they want to be more of a power team, but it might slow down CBC a little bit with them throwing the ball more and throwing the ball downfield.
Etzel on for the extra point. Don't forget, later in the game, Angela Sharpe will be introducing us to the Lions Choice family of the game. Lions Choice, of course, famous for serving mouth-watering roast beef sandwiches since 1967. They slow roast that lean, top brown beef, shaved thin, dash of secret seasoning. 24 locations all over the St. Louis area. Etzel ready to kick it away. Bonds and Andre Whitley deep for Chaminade. And boy, this is hammered into the end zone. Etzel, every one of his kickoffs except the onside kick has gone into the end zone.
Chaminade's going to have to get back to that power running game. The problem now is they're behind. So if that running game, they come out here and that first play, they don't get 4 or 5 yards, the question is going to be whether or not they're going to abandon the run and go to the more of a passing game. But that with those 3 running backs, I would just go back to the running game, and that big offensive line, they have an advantage there against CBC, smaller, more aggressive defensive line.
I formation behind McGovern this time, unofficially just 3 of 7 in the first half. Didn't throw it much and had some struggles in the passing game. Lobs it up the far sideline. They fight for it. Caught. What a grab across the 50-yard line by Reggie Crawford.
Boy, that is a great grab. Again, Crawford is 6'3", about 195 pounds. He throws it up and lets him go up and get it. Good job by Crawford. Good job by Crawford of squeezing the defender, not allowing the defender to push him out of bounds. Right here, he squeezes him, jumps up and catches it. Great body control there.
10th catch of the year for Crawford. He had 9 for 161 before that grab. And here's Bonds trying to break a tackle, but just can't. Persistent tackling there by the CBC Cadets. And we've called Mr. Bennett's name, Darian Bennett, a number of times, and he was the guy that had Bonds around the leg.
Well, if CBC is going to continue to play press man, it is a good idea for Chaminade to go ahead and take their shots deep. That first play, CBC was in man. That second play, CBC was in man. So it's interesting to see how they're going to play this defense as they're walking their linebackers up, anticipating a running style offense here for Chaminade.
Days is hit and lunges forward for a yard or two, and boy, CBC is bringing their big boy pads here the second half.
That was a great job by Days of falling forward. Taking a big hit like that, you almost thought he was going to fall backwards. but he didn't. He did fall forward, and in doing so was able to pick up another yard. So getting to 3rd and 7, which is 3rd and long, I'm looking for maybe a screen pass, get the ball into one of these talented receivers' hands quickly. Maybe they can make a move, make someone miss, and then run for the first down.
Out of the gun now this time for McGovern. Fakes the handoff, looks long, throws over the middle and incomplete, just a little too far for the intended receiver, Damon Bonds. And you would think this is a punting situation for Chaminade. In Metro Catholic Conference action, St. Louis U High at the half is leading DeSmet 14-7. Of course, this Chaminade team beat St. Louis U High in the only MCC game so far this year.
Yeah, and in this situation, though, you have to punt the ball. You can't give CBC back the ball here around the 50-yard line. You have to go ahead and punt it. Of course, they'll line up as if they're going to possibly go for it, but I expect every intention for this to be a punt.
7:52 to go. You would anticipate that for sure.
He's not back enough, though.
And he's going to pass. Well, we were both wrong. Pump fake, throws long, right side, down the sideline, some jostling, but the ball just too far and incomplete, and a gamble by Antoine Torrey, and that one did not pay off.
Yeah, now you give a team with a lot of energy right now on the ball right around midfield. I would have liked to see them punt that ball around the 20, 15-yard line and make CBC go the distance of the field. As you remember, the first kickoff, CBC returned it all the way around the 25-yard line, so they had a short field to work with. Now here you give them another short field. You just make it easier for CBC.
On the Illinois side, Edwardsville out in front of Collinsville, 21-7. Parkway North shutting out Rockwood Summit, 27-0. We'll see those Vikings next Friday night on the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. And Vianney in front of Battle, 42-35. There have been quite a shootout between those two teams. Quick pitch near side. Williams getting a block across the 45 and got a couple yards. Hard running by Justin Williams, and let's send it to Angela Sharpe.
That's right. I'm down here with Maurice Moe from Dead On Sports. For someone who's never heard of Dead On Sports, I know you're with us last week, but what is Dead On Sports?
Well, we build accuracy in quarterbacks and long snappers by using a target system that pretty much uses a mind mapping sort of thing. We put patterns together to easily analyze, recognize, and recall, make adjustments to.
And have you seen a lot of improvement in people's accuracy when they use the products from Dead End Sports?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. At Elite Football Training Center, Matt uses them every day. Actually, the quarterbacks out here tonight are both came from Elite and use our system.
We love that. And if somebody wants to get your system, how can they do that?
It's really easy. You can go to deadonsports.com. You can go to Elite Football Training Center. You can get them from BSN and Shut Sports.
We love it. It's everywhere. And why did you guys want to be a part of the Bommarito Automotive Group High School Prep Zone Game of the Week?
Oh, it's just cool to be involved with St. Louis sports. We started right here in St. Louis. As I just said, we work out a lot at the Elite Football and with Matt and that, and we're just trying to support everybody that we can.
Well, we're great to have you out there, and check out Dead On Sports. Back to you, Harry and Isaac.
All right, thank you, Angela. There was a fumble on the play. The officials have not signaled, but now they do. Chaminade comes up with their second turnover of the night. Justin Williams was running, had a first down, and got pounded. The ball came backwards about 5 yards and picked up by the Red Devils. We'll show it to you again.
Yeah, he got real careless with the football. It looked like he swung that ball out right there in a great hand by number 24, just sticking a hand in there. Jacoby Buchanan calls the fumble, and is exactly what Chaminade needed. They needed some energy put in this offense, and the way to do that is to force a turnover on your defense. Now the offense has the ball.
Inside handoff, get back to what got you here, and Bonds gets about 3. Second turnover of the night. That has been a big part of this game.
Yeah, especially when you have two teams playing a very close game. Usually the winner comes down to who turns the ball over the most. The CBC already has 2 of those turnovers.
Only the 7th carry of the night for Mr. Bonds, who ran for 202 yards last week. Not in the backfield right now, out in the slot. Bryce Johnson and Darius Days behind McGovern, and it's Days trying the right side and then back into the middle for just a couple more.
With these good receivers, Crawford and Campbell, you would think they would try to get the ball into their hands quickly. The problem with that thought is CBC is walking their corners up playing man-to-man basically, so it really takes away the quick game. Chaminade really wants to get the ball out quick when they throw it. They can't really tonight because CBC is playing press man.
These two heavyweight teams are just giving each other everything they've got right now. The Cadets, the home team Cadets, leading by 7. Up under center this time, McGovern on 3rd and 5. Back in trouble, and now we'll fling it to this near side to no one. And wow, that's got to be intentional grounding and a personal foul. I think there's going to be 2 penalties on this play.
Yeah, I've never seen this before. I've never seen a quarterback roll out and throw back to the left who we think was a receiver or a running back and ends up being an offensive lineman.
Clearly Greer thought the play was coming back to his side, saw the defender was there and could maybe intercept it. And so at one level you think, you know what, Greer actually made a good play at some level.
Because he can't catch the ball.
Right.
I mean, there's no way he can catch it. There's no way he can touch it.
But it might get intercepted, so he levels the guy.
Yeah, it's a smart play. It's actually a smart play because Greer knows if I touch it, it's illegal touching. If I do nothing, it's an interception, and I can't catch the runner. The only thing I can do is block him.
Right.
And he did. And he's a lineman. What else is he supposed to do?
So now here's the dilemma for these officials. Now they're talking it over with the Chaminade people. I'm not sure why. Here's the question is if you take the penalty, it's going to be still 3rd down. But I think there might be 2 penalties on this play. It is intentional grounding, and that's the right call. Or maybe and that's a loss of down penalty. And so they will absolutely take that penalty. Let's watch it again. The American Jeep Fitters bringing you this replay. And he's going to roll left, and they were trying to set up a screen to the left. Then Days stopped, and then he came back to the middle. And McGovern thought he had a receiver over there.
I don't know why he thought that. There's the block there.
So see, there were 2 penalties. They took the intentional grounding, which made it. Well, now they're declining the personal foul, as you can see the officials showing us, because that's a loss of down penalty.
Yeah, if you take the personal foul, it moves them back, but then they get the play back. If you take the intentional grounding, well, that's a loss of down. So you put them in a situation where they have to punt it here instead of with another play.
Well, maybe it's not loss of down. It's loss of down in the NFL. Maybe I'm wrong. It says 3rd down. And now they do change it to 4th down. The stake across the way still said 3rd down. And McGovern will punt it away, and it's a line drive into the wind, chasing Haynes back inside his 20. And now he's going to step away from it. What a terrific punt by McGovern. 10, 20, 30, 40, almost a 50-yard punt, no return.
That's really a good job. That's really a good job by Haynes of not trying to catch that ball on the run. If 3 guys standing right there, only thing that can happen there, if you try to catch it, bobble it, get tackled, ball's on the ground, Chaminade picks it up, now they got a short field. Good job of letting it go. You've got the momentum on your side right now. The offense is feeling pretty good, although they fumbled the last possession. They're running smoothly now. Let the ball hit. Bring the offense back out.
CBC with their first lead of the day, 20-13. After trailing 13-0, they now have the ball at their own 11-yard line with the lead. On the sweep, Babb hit and brought down after a short gain, maybe 3 or 4 yards for Babb. And his first official touch.
I tell you, the defensive player that has been all over the field is number 24, Jacoby Buchanan.
He's been great, hasn't he?
Once again, he's got outside contain here. You can't let him Babb get outside. What did you do? Stop him, make him turn back in, and here comes all his help. Great job by Jacoby Buchanan.
Same play, other direction, different guy, and about the same result, a couple of yards. Some big misdirection thoughts coming from Scott Pingle here in the second half. Walton, that time, the other receiver.
Yeah, just trying to get the ball into the receiver's hands where, they can.
Playmakers' hands, right? Hoping.
Exactly. You try to get it to them where they can make a play, maybe make someone miss and run down the sideline.
3rd and 6. And back to pass, Gabbard. 6 men coming, don't get to him, throw the out pattern and complete for a first down. Wow, did they protect well up front, and Babb's first catch of the night, I believe. Yeah, it is Babb.
And Gabbard did a good job. He saw the blitz coming up the A-gap, the middle linebacker and the weak side linebacker both come. But he does not panic because he knows both backs are going to pick up the blitz. Watch him. There's one, there's the other. Pick it up, steps in, and throws a strike.
On first down, looking to pass. Pocket collapsing, rolling out, and a holding penalty, I believe, and a sack. Back at the 23-yard line. Who else? Jacoby Buchanan.
He is all over the field today, and you're right. That was definitely a hold by the guard, the right guard, and that's usually what happens whenever the quarterback goes scrambling. Watch number 74 right there,
holding
there,
Trout,
grabs him. Yes.
And then Buchanan comes and makes the sack.
Really hard on the offensive lineman where you're blocking one way and the quarterback runs the opposite direction. So the person that you're blocking tries to turn and run away from you, and you're already grabbed.
Engaged,
you're
right?
already engaged. Now you have to let him go, but you don't even see where the quarterback is going. Really tough play for a lineman.
They decline the penalty, take the 4-yard loss on the sack, and it's 2nd and 14 yards to go. Caleb Allen up the middle on the delay, across the 30 and brought down about the 34-yard line. And about a 9-yard run for Caleb Allen. He's been really good in the second half.
Yeah, I like Allen. I mean, he's got some moves, he's got some juke, he's got some wiggle when he gets the ball. Very tough to bring down.
Up the middle again, this is Williams. Breaks the tackle at the midfield stripe and inside Chaminade territory. And Justin Williams and Caleb Allen seem to be wearing down this Chaminade defense.
Look at the tempo, up at the line of scrimmage, calling a play, getting it snapped.
And the officials stopped the play. Well, Chaminade did. They called a timeout. They were getting an injured player off
well, they had 12
and a player
guys on the field.
Right. So they take a timeout with 3:24 to go here, and trailing for the first time tonight, 20-13. And what a terrific football game this has been tonight. Tonight's telecast brought to you in part by Noodles & Company. Real food, real cooking, real flavors with locations all over St. Louis. The TV crew tonight was chowing down on Noodles food before the game, and we barely got on the air on time because the crew was eating so much noodles
you serious?
tonight. Yeah. They were working hard at dinner. No, you didn't get any, and I didn't get any.
Unbelievable.
But I heard it was spectacular.
Oh, that's the last thing I want to hear. I'm going to definitely have something to say to those guys when I see them.
They tell me in the truck that they have cold leftovers
I don't know.
for us.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, we appreciate the folks at Noodles. 3:24 to go here in the third quarter. CBC in front of Chaminade, 20-13. This has been a terrific football game. Metro Catholic Conference action. Now, CBC's a Class 6 team. Chaminade's a Class 5 team. Both of these teams could end up at the Dome. Well, not the Dome because that's not where they're playing it this year, but they could end at the state title game. Man in motion, Williams way out to the left. Back to pass, Gabbard has time, throws, and caught by Babb. Inside the 30, inside the 25, inside the 10, 5, touchdown, Cameron Babb. And CBC has scored 4 touchdowns without delay.
Well, sooner or later, Babb was going to catch one and get it in the end zone. And as a great job by Gabbard staying in the pocket, waited for him, and threw it over to me. He could have easily threw it to 24 right here, but he knows he wants Babb the entire time, sits there and throws it to him. Now what? This is when he's special. In the open field, first guy can't get him. When he gets outside, the speed to burn as you just run straight into the end zone.
I mean, just
no
pulled
one
away
even
from
touch him.
folks, right?
That's what makes him really special.
American Pipe Fitters replay. The kick is up, and it is good. And it's a 14-point lead for CBC after a 43-yard touchdown strike. The American Jeep Fitters touchdown strike to Cameron Babb. And a good look at him there by our sideline cameraman.
Yeah, it looks like CBC is the team that came out with all the energy after the long layoff with the lightning delay. CBC comes out, a lot of energy, get a kickoff return all the way around the 20-yard line, put that in the end zone. Then they force a 3 and out, get the ball back, throw it to Bab. He goes into the end zone. 2 touchdowns here in the third quarter. Now it puts Chaminade in a situation here where they may have to abandon the run, the thing that has been working the best for them, to try to throw themselves back into this game.
By the way, the umbrella's put away. The rain has backed off, or maybe completely gone. And by the way, we did want to update you. Julian Beach, the defensive lineman for CBC that was injured in the first half. I'm told it was an upper body, like a chest kind of an injury. We'll try to find out more about that, but glad to hear that rather than like a head or neck. Short kick picked up in front at the 25, at the 30, still going at the 40, and brought down right there. Good heads-up return
might be a late hit.
by Miles Williams.
He got hit late. I don't know why they didn't call it, but he definitely got hit late.
There is a flag down right by that official.
This is going to be a late hit. Easy call. Now that's going to move it from the 40 all the way past the 50. Just a real bad mistake by the CBC defender there to dive in on top of the pile late.
So it's going to be great field position for Chaminade, now facing a 2-touchdown score. We'll see if we can see that late hit. Williams, a defensive back, knew what to do when he got that short kick. Had a great wall of blockers.
Good stiff for him there. Gets hit. Now he's going down. Now watch the late hit here.
Oh, 8
by number
comes in
8.
late,
It's not
yeah.
even close.
Yeah, Devontae Coffey came in way late. And they start off inside CBC territory. McGovern back to pass. Looks, has all day, throws over the middle, caught at the 35-yard line. That is to Reggie Crawford, his second catch of the night, and it's a first down.
Great job standing in there, knowing he wanted the in route. It's a longer route. He needed to be patient, trust that offensive line is going to give him the time. They did, and he throws a strike to pick up a first down. This offense got to get something going. You see the tempo here. It's a lot different than it was in the first half. They're in and out of that huddle quick.
Inside handoff. Bonds will get a couple. Coach Antoine actually, that's Bryce Johnson, not Bonds, and he gets about 5.
Tell you what, these backs from Chaminade, they don't go down easy.
No.
Not at all. It takes more than just one tackler to bring them down, and for most cases, it's 2 or 3 guys trying to bring them down. CBC's trying to get a player off the field.
And Damon Bonds gimps out to the slot as well. He looks like he's battling a little bit of a tight hamstring. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. McGovern, good protection, throws left, and through the hands of Agnew, incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
That's a good throw. The ball was a little bit high, but you expect Agnew to catch that ball. He
Agnew
has to
just
make
a
that.
sophomore, 5'11", about 200, maybe 170 pounds, sophomore. Yeah, and the ball was just a little high and a little hot.
And it was hot.
Yeah.
It was definitely hot. But in a game like this, you're already down by 2 scores. Someone needs to make a play, and they come to you. Everything's not going to be perfect. You've got to make that grab.
Coach Torrey told me his senior quarterback has the option to change plays at the line and do some things, and he's rolling right. And he's throwing long up the sideline. They're battling for the ball, and it's incomplete. The flag. They were really battling. We'll see which way they call this penalty.
It's going to be pass interference.
Well, yeah, it's
sure.
going to be that, but against who? They were really fighting. And they are going to spot it way down there.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a defensive penalty.
It looks like the receiver did push him early, but then when he turned and looked for the ball, the defender then got that last shove, and that's the one they called.
So with 1:45 to go, this is a big penalty because it gives them a fresh set of downs and deeper into the territory rather than facing a 4th down. American Jeep Fitters will show it to us again. Reggie Crawford was battling with Babb out there.
Good technique here. Right there.
And then kind of grabs him
Yep.
there. You're right.
Yep.
So the 15-yard penalty takes it down to the 16, 17-yard line. Chaminade with a fresh set of downs and a chance to cut into that 14-point lead with 1:44 to go in the 3rd quarter. And this is Bryce Johnson. Tries to bounce it outside, dragging people in a gain of about 4 or 5.
I like the fact that Chaminade hasn't completely eliminated the running game. They got 3 backs that are very, very good and capable of breaking a long one. So they haven't completely abandoned it. as they try a running play there. I wouldn't be surprised if they try another running play here inside this 10-yard line, right around 11.
Days in the slot, Whitley in the slot. We haven't seen much of Damon Bonds tonight, and we did see that he was a little gimpy. Here's Bryce Johnson breaking a tackle and close to the first down sticks. It might be 1st and goal. And it is a first down for Bryce Johnson, and they're inside the 10 at about the 6.
Got to have a little bit of sense of urgency here. I know it's still third quarter, but it's late third, about to cross over into the fourth. You do want to make sure everyone gets the proper assignment because you need to put this ball in the end zone.
Haven't seen much of Damon Bonds in this second half. Inside handoff, Days hit, still lunging, close to the goal line and in. Boy, Darius Days fought his way in. Now a late flag after the touchdown signal. And we'll wait and see how they sort that out.
I don't know what the flag could be. Maybe a face mask, but other than that, the back judge throws the flag right there at the end of the play. Good job fighting. Good job fighting.
That was all about determination, wasn't it? Yeah, and the late flag after he has scored.
No idea what that could be.
They are talking to Chaminade. They can take this penalty, I think, and put it on the kickoff if they want. Because if it's a dead ball foul, they can do it like that. It is a touchdown. Face mask, and so they will. What? I think he was saying they're going to. Yeah, he pointed the wrong direction. He said they're going to mark it off on the kickoff. So the 6-yard touchdown run for Darius Days. And what a entertaining football game this one has been.
This is exactly what Chaminade needed. They needed to get the ball into the end zone before the quarter ended. Now they're going to go into this fourth quarter only down by 1 score.
Big important extra point here for Riley Sheehan. They had some problems on an earlier one. Good snap this time. The kick is up, and it is good. It's a 7-point ball game with 41.8 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And let's send it to Angela Sharpe.
Hey, that's right. I'm down here with the Lion's Choice family of the game. It's Bab's mom, Mrs. Templeton, and the daughter over here, Kenzie. They've been cheering. Actually, I sat by this woman for about 5 minutes. She didn't know I was even here because she was so into the game, jumping up and down and yelling. Why are you so into this game?
These boys are incredible. It's fun to watch, so I get a little intense.
We like it. We like the intenseness. We're going to give you a gift card of Lion's Choice. You know, Lion's Choice has been around since 1967. Locations all over. Will you take the whole crew out later?
I will. Thank you.
All right. Say, go Cadets.
Go Cadets.
Woo! We'll be back to you, Harry and Isaac.
Thank you, Angela. Yeah, Lion's Choice, she mentioned, since 1967. Just a terrific place to take your family. And Cameron Babb's mom gets the Lion's Choice family of the game gift card, and she'll be able to go to any one of the 24 locations across the St. Louis area, and the umbrellas pop back out again here
That's
at
fine.
CBC.
I just want to keep the lightning away. We can just do that. We'll be fine.
McGovern will hit a low line driver this time. Caught at about the 15. That man must be a shortstop. And he gets across the 30-yard line. Great pickup by Lonell Boyd.
That was a great pickup. That ball was hot coming to him with some side spin, skips off the turf, and he picked it up with no problem at all. This ball is low, hot, side spin,
and
one hop,
cleanly
scoop,
picks it.
Scoop.
Shortstop or a first baseman in the offseason, no question. Well, CBC had scored 4 touchdowns in a row compared to Chaminade. Now the Red Devils have answered. 1 touchdown game. CBC with the ball starts at their own 30-yard line this drive, a little very late in the third quarter. Justin Williams comes near side, nowhere to go. Good closing defense. Miles Williams with the tackle. Jacoby Buchanan was there too. Maybe the last play of the quarter. Depends on how quickly CBC wants to get to the line. It's a loss of 1 for Williams.
What do you know? Jacoby Buchanan, once again, around the football. Every time there's a big play made, either at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage, Buchanan name has been all over it for Chaminade.
And that will be the final play of the quarter. Cadets in no hurry. They lead it 27-20 with 3 quarters gone in this very important Metro Catholic Conference game. right here in the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. You see it right there. The umbrellas are out. The rain is out. But we've got 1 quarter left. We'll take a break. You're watching the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week on
When Chris graduates with his liberal arts degree, his starting salary is $25,000. That's if he can find a job. When Steve graduates from MTC Truck Driving School, he'll work for a national company at $50,000 a year. Which route would you take? Hop on at beatrucker.com.
Welcome back to CBC High School with Isaac Bird. I'm Harry Schrader. It's the Bommarito Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. Angela Sharpe, our sideline reporter, is going to get out there in just a minute and get some more drenched as the rain continues to fall here at CBC. You can see both the teams are back on the field. But they're going to have a 4-minute stretching period before we launch into the fourth quarter. The Lightning came right as we finished the third quarter. We've had, maybe a 40-minute delay, but we're still going to relaunch this fourth quarter. We're going to show you some of the scoring plays. It's been an exciting game here at CBC between these two Metro Catholic Conference teams. Back before the Lightning, back before the rain. Long pass up the seam to Bryce Johnson. The running back scored from 40-plus out, about as close to 70 yards out, and he scored the touchdown.
Right up the seam, and great job here staying inbounds and reaching out for the touchdown.
And he showed some surprising speed as a fullback. You don't expect that kind of speed from a fullback, but he really blew some people away, and that was the first touchdown of the night. Second one, Jacoby Buchanan, who's been stellar on the defensive side, scored the touchdown on the goal line offense.
Yeah, Chaminade has run that powerhouse formation about 4 times, and they're 4 for 4. Every time they get in a short down situation, they picked up the first down or the touchdown.
Missed the extra point. They were leading 13-0 when Brett Gabbert threw this long touchdown pass to Cameron Brown down the middle of the field. The first of 2 big long touchdown strikes to Mr. Brown. They made the extra point. It was 13-7. Matter of fact, CBC scored another touchdown earlier in this game that was called back on a penalty, or our game would even be significantly different. We're going to see Gabbert to Brown again. He waited a long time and flipped it deep down the sideline.
It was actually a blown coverage. Just cover 2. The safety has to get over to the numbers. He never did. The corner's looking for help. Didn't come. Easy touchdown.
They missed that extra point, too, so we were tied at 13 at the half. And then CBC really dominated the first part of that third quarter. And you see the touchdown run here by Caleb Allen after a very nice drive by CBC. Worked their way down the field, mixing the pass and the run. And then the next touchdown. This one to their star receiver, Cameron Babb.
Once Babb catches it here, the race is basically over. 34 has an angle and just can't get there at all. Doesn't even lay a hand on him.
He needed a way better angle because he was just going to run away from anybody on the field. And so they led by 2 touchdowns, and then Chaminade fought back. A long pass, a long penalty, and then it was Darius Daves fighting through tacklers to score, made the extra point, and they trail it 27-20 as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. And as you can see, wet conditions, and despite the fact that Chaminade's down a touchdown, Isaac Bird, I think the conditions favor the Red Devils.
It really does, because they're more of a power-running football team. The problem is they're behind here. So you can't just run it on first down and not be successful, because you don't want to get in third and long against this defense of CBC. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to attack this fourth quarter. Are they going to just abandon the run and try to get it with the pass, or are they going to stay with the power run game and hope that they're able to win it on first and second down to create third and short?
We have been trying to keep an eye on some of the other scores. A lot of games have just been canceled tonight. A number of games have trudged along and played on. Parkway North, who we'll see next Friday night at Kirkwood, they defeated Rockwood Summit 33-7. Another Metro Catholic Conference team, St. John Vianney, is tied 49-49 with Battle out of Columbia. That game is in a delay as well, I believe. Webster Groves and Rittner tied at 7, but that game is delayed. Kirkwood, who we will see next Friday night against Parkway North, they defeated Pattonville 38-14. So those two teams off to a great start, and they'll match up next Friday night.
Right now it's about energy and determination. After the first lightning delay, CBC came out of that with a lot of energy. They needed that extra time to kind of regroup. They did a really good job when they came out that early part of that third quarter. It took a little bit of time for Chaminade to actually get back in it. But now they're in a situation now where Chaminade desperately needs to get the ball and score the tightest football game up.
CBC and Chaminade getting ready to start up this fourth quarter. So we told you the big lightning show really across the horizon happened right as the third quarter ended. And it was 2nd down and 10 for CBC at their own 30-yard line, just getting ready to start the fourth quarter.
One of the things that can really inject some energy into your team if you're Chaminade is forcing an early turnover. They're able to get a fumble here or an interception, get that ball in a short field. That'll give that offense a lot of energy coming into this fourth quarter.
Trevor Trout is out there. Mr. Wims is out there. They got their big, beefy defensive linemen out there, do the Red Devils. And we're underway on the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week in an empty backfield on the very first play. Rolling left out of the Wildcat is Babb. He gets a block and has a first down. Well, no, he doesn't. He's going to be a little bit shy.
This is the third time they've run this play tonight. The first time was the first play of the game. They're running for a 75-yard touchdown, got a call back. The second play, he got about 15 yards. That was called back. Now they finally run one successfully. Not as many yards, but at least it wasn't a penalty.
Fumble on the exchange, and I think falling on it was Caleb Allen, and a late flag. Boy, you can't call that as a late hit. It's wet. They're stumbling for a loose ball.
No, he's going to pick this flag up.
That is pretty questionable.
Yeah. No, he's not going to pick it up.
A late hit. That is not a right call. But it stands, and it's going to give CBC a first down.
It's an unfortunate situation because right then you're going to put CBC in a 3rd down and 3, exactly where you want them to be. Now it's going to move it all the way up close to 50-yard line with a first down.
Well, I'd like to see that again, but you know, players, it's loose, the ball is wet, the turf is wet. They just got back out there. But that was Mr. Wims, who's 400 bills, and so maybe, you know, you can't let the 400-pounder fall on anybody. And again, the Wildcat coming near side. Babb breaks a tackle. And into Chaminade territory at about the 36-yard line, another first down.
Well, Babb's their superstar. You want to try to get him the ball in any situation you can. With it raining so hard, throwing the ball is going to be extremely difficult. So the only other way to get him the ball is go ahead and line him up in Wildcat. Man comes in motion, fakes it to him. Now it's just one-on-one. Gets to the sideline, breaks a tackle here. I've yet to see anyone tackle him in the open field alone.
Caleb Allen down the sideline and knocked out of bounds at near the 10-yard line. And boy, he took it inside, then back outside for a big gain, and there is a penalty flag on the field again. We talked about how, boy, it's a lot of rain, a lot of delays. Maybe they won't call it very tight here in the fourth quarter. We've had like 4 plays and 3 penalties.
Well, it's very clear that the referees don't have anywhere to go tonight.
So they will mark it back after the electric run by Caleb Allen is going to be called back on the penalty.
Well, CBC has found something that they like running on this left side. This is the third play already, this drive that they've attacked that left side or the right side of Chaminade. So they love running that way now. The blocking has been good, and the elusiveness of the runner has been great.
Well, if you look at how they're stacked up, Schlimmer is a lot lighter on the one side than Greer is on the other. Now Allen will run to the right, breaks a tackle inside the 35, and he gets all of those penalty yards back and then some.
I really like Allen. Every time he's touched the ball tonight, he's done a really good job. Very elusive runner.
Caleb Allen, 5'11", 205, a senior, came in here with just 74 yards on the ground, but he's had a big night.
That's a great move there. Great in and out move to get away from the tackler.
Into the pile and short of the first down.
Yeah, if I'm Chaminade in this situation, or CBC, I'm bringing the linebackers up. I'm bringing the safeties down. I'm going to force
harder to throw.
Yeah, I'm just going to force the team to beat me with the pass game. If you're able to complete passes in this range, then so be it. But if not, I'm going to bring my backers down, bring the safety down, and stop and make CBC do something other than run the ball.
3rd and 5 for the Cadets. They lead it by 7, just underway here, 4th quarter, and it's an inside handoff. Williams, he's going to be short of the first down.
That's exactly what that was. Both safeties came down in a box, linebacker right up the middle, forcing them to do something different. CBC probably won't punt the ball here.
No,
They'll probably
that's 4-down
just go.
territory.
Exactly.
Sure.
The question is, do you put Babb at the quarterback position and just run that option run to the left side? They've had a lot of success early in this 4th quarter with that particular play.
Justin Williams leaves, grabbing his hip, replaced by Walton. They go 3 wide to the top of your screen. Rolling, throwing, and deflected and incomplete. So Chaminade gets the turnover on downs. They hold, and that was a big stop for the Red Devils.
Really, really was. It gives this offense a little bit of hope now coming on to the field. Listen, this is still a game. You're talking about Chaminade only down a touchdown. They've got 3 breakaway backs that can make someone miss, stiff arm a guy, and can outrun the secondary. So don't think this game is over. The question is, will they get back to that power running game, or are they going to try to throw it around?
We haven't seen Damon Bonds touch the ball too much. He's not in the backfield now. Inside handoff to Days doesn't go very far. It'll be 2nd and long. Give him 1 yard.
Yeah, I think that's the approach you have to take, though. If you're going to throw the ball, if you're Chaminade, it has to be off of play action. They've done a really good job in the 1st quarter and the 2nd quarter going play action, hitting the tight end in the flat, hitting the backs out in the flat, and letting them turn around and run. So if they throw the ball here, I'm looking for that particular type of play.
Good shot there. Bonds back in the backfield. They give it to him. Nowhere to go. Hit in the backfield and loses about 3 yards. Good shot by our cameraman and good shot by the defense of CBC. MJ Anderson gets up, celebrating after that play.
Yeah, this is where this offensive line has to really take this game over if you're Chaminade. If you just can't allow that kind of penetration. You've got great backs, and I know they're blinging those linebackers and walking them up on the line of scrimmage, but you just can't allow that kind of penetration.
Crawford and Bonds to the bottom of your screen. In the shotgun is McGovern. Time to pass. A lot of time to pass. Now he avoids the rush, looks down the field, pump fake, spins away from the defender, now throws, and it is incomplete. He was trying to make something out of nothing, and it's a punting situation for Chaminade. Show it to you again. He had all day to throw. Great defensive work in the backfield.
Yes, Chaminade drops back here. They don't blitz on this particular play, only rushing about 3, so he has plenty of time. Then he gets pressure, goes to his left. He could have threw it early, tried to get the defender to jump there. He didn't bite, pulled it down. That's a good job of getting rid of it right there and giving your receiver a chance to make a play. The last thing you want to do is take a sack there. You take a sack right there, the clock continues to run, and a good possibility of you even fumbling the football.
Jackson Mooney, his first punt of the night off the side of his foot. Got a beneficial bounce. It gets across the 50. He got a break there. It took a great bounce. All night long, McGovern's been punting in those kind of 50-50 situations. The first time Mooney's been out there, and that one went off the side of his foot. And so CBC gets the football in outstanding field position. I want to thank Connections to Success, breaking the cycle of poverty through hope, resources, and a plan. Thank them for their support of local families and the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. CBC can really put the hurt to Chaminade now. Allen into the pile. Breaks a tackle and near the 45. A pickup of about 5 for Jacob Allen. He has really been the workhorse tonight.
Yeah, Chaminade is playing both safeties back, or at least on that defensive play, both safeties were back. They jumped into their base coverage of cover 2 with the both safeties high. I'm surprised they're in that particular coverage, but now they're out of it. They're playing man across the board with a single house safety with the blitzing.
Allen right side through a hole, through a tackle inside the 40 near the 35 and a first down. For Caleb Allen rather.
Yeah, the problem with playing that style of defense and when you blitz, once the backer gets through that first line of defense, there's not many defenders there.
Nothing doing that time for Allen.
Not sure why CBC isn't taking more time. Like, why are they in a hurry up here? They're up by 7.
But sometimes you are who you are, right?
That's true.
You know? Well, I wanted to ask you while they're shuffling people in, how tough is it to come back like this after a long delay for a player?
It's really tough to try to generate the emotions that you need to go out there and play full speed. Now, it's easier for the team that has the lead and much more tougher for Chaminade.
Misdirection. Allen through a hole, makes a man miss inside the 30. Near the first down, the ball's loose. And the officials say he was down.
That was very tight. I would like to see that again because the defender actually came in trying to strip that ball away. And that ball did come loose, but it did look like CBC jumped on it anyway.
3rd and 1. In the gun. And again, the misdirection. This is Higgins, and he's going to lose yardage. And it'll be 4th down and short. And by the way, Javon Burks, who is their leading tackler, hasn't played in a lot of the aspects of this game. We have seen, listen, we're using the wrong roster when I say that.
But who made that tackle? Jacoby Buchanan has been all over the field tonight. Once again, he's in on a great play. Here he comes again as they're blitzing on every play.
Near side, Allen, first down inside the 25 and a flag. Probably going to be a face mask or a horse collar. Andre Whitley was there.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding call first, or both of these plays it's going to offset. There's a holding right here at the line. Number 10 is held. No, it's actually number 52 is the one that gets held, but then you have the personal foul there with the horse collar.
So the officials sorted out. It is a hold against CBC, a face mask against Chaminade. It's no play, and it's 4th down all over again. 5:34 to go. What I started to say is Jared Taylor hasn't played a lot in this game. 25 tackles coming into the season. We've seen a lot of Kyle Bowler at that safety position for Chaminade right now. Mr. Agnew is out there in that safety position, so you wonder if there's an injury to Jared Taylor, who's missed a lot of this game tonight for Chaminade.
If you're Chaminade, I know you're about fast-paced, but you have to shorten the possessions as well. You don't want, or CBC, you don't want Chaminade to get 2 more opportunities.
Chaminade appeared to jump, no call. Gabbert was jumping up and down like, all right, we got a penalty, and there was no flag. Allen into the pile, and he did not make it. Chaminade stands up again. 2 drives in a row where they stop CBC on 4th down.
I'm surprised at the play call. I thought that they would go with Babb in the backfield and go with a run around the edge and just try to use his speed.
They were making money on the Wildcat, weren't they?
Yeah, they would try to use his speed around the edge as we have a player down.
Chaminade player down. 91 Trout, I believe. Big Trevor Trout, a lot of people looking at him to play at the next level. The 6'3", 300-pound junior.
That looks like 53.
So maybe not 91, maybe 53, Mr. Wims, Justin Wims. He's just 400 pounds. 6'3", 400 pounds. And frankly, fairly nimble for a guy that size.
And it's funny you bring up this defensive line. The clear advantage that Chaminade has this entire game is the line play. And they haven't taken advantage of that here in the second half with their defensive line and with their offensive line.
As they attend to Mr. Wims, this is the critical drive of the game now. 5:12 to go in the game, 5:09 or 5:12 on the scoreboard. And now they help Justin Wims up two things about that. Number one, you care about the player. He's also the starting guard on the other side, so they're losing a weapon on the offensive side of the ball right now as he's injured.
Yeah,
but this is a critical drive right now because Chaminade, although they've struck long distance tonight a time or two, they're not a long strike kind of team typically.
And they're not a team that has a lot of pace offensively. And you may not get the ball back. This may be the last drive. Exactly. So you want to work with pace. You want to get in and out of the huddle if you decide to huddle. And you may have to throw the ball here and abandon the run.
And now we're ready to go as Justin Wims has made it to the sideline. Fake the end around, pass over the middle, intercepted. Intercepted, and that is a gigantic play as Brent Bledsoe jumped in the way of that pass and picked it off. Huge play for the Cadets.
Absolutely huge play. Looks like almost like he's throwing this ball blind instead of reading the coverage. He's got to read the coverage and see that safety is right there. There's all blue shirts, purple shirts that are standing right there in that area. He had already predetermined where he was going to go with the ball, and you can't do that in this type of situation. If you're going to predetermine where you're going to throw the ball, you really want to do that with receivers that are way outside where you might get man-to-man coverage. You can't predetermine anything underneath, and over the middle.
Well, Chaminade's defense has forced 2 fourth-down stops. Now has to face another big issue. Here is on the Wildcat Babb, 30, 25, 20. Down the seam and trying to cut all the way across the field, and he's going to score. Cameron Babb on an electric run of 31 yards, and CBC has blown it open.
That's the play that I thought they would run on 4th down on the last possession. Put Babb in the backfield. The ball's on the far hash. Give him the entire left side to run and use his speed and make something happen.
Pretty amazing.
Here he is. Good job.
He was reading that play all the way. Then he gets hemmed in, and what a run.
Watch the speed. Great job cutting. Now he's in the open field here. Now he's going to act like a sprinter. Now watch he cross the line right there as he wins the race.
He broke the tape. 33-20, and that extra point's blocked. Could be a big point that they didn't get right there. That could be a big point that they did not get if Chaminade can forge some big offensive play. Good look there at the young man, Cameron Babb, and boy, he is an electric talent.
Absolutely. There's no...
Let's see that touchdown again. What a play. American Jeep Fitter showing it to us. Watch, he's reading it, isn't he? And then he finally decides to keep it himself.
It's just getting out in space. Now he's super tough to handle. Speed, agility, acceleration, deceleration, focus, and into the end zone.
And again, we talk about them missing the safety. Their free safety's not in the game, and so the backup free safety, number 20 there, was the guy that tried to hem him in but had no chance. And so you wonder about the difference between whether it's your leading tackler safety, or the sophomore off the bench.
Exactly. I mean, you have trouble with Babb with your starters in the game.
Yeah,
so,
right.
I mean, when they're not in and you have your backups in, it's going to be doubly tough.
Otwell gets ready to kick it off. We've seen him squib it. We've seen an onside kick. We've seen him pound him into the end zone. And this is going to be a squib that's going to bounce and go out of bounds. So the penalty flags come.
I know the thinking there. The thinking is if you can squib it and try to get it down in the corner, you can try to
eliminate a touchdown return.
Yeah,
Bonds had a 97-yarder last week.
Exactly. So you almost like, okay, even if it goes out of bounds and get it at 35-yard line, you force them to go the length of the field. The last thing you want to do is kick it down there. Bonds gets it, returning for a touchdown. With just under 5 minutes to go, you're still in a game.
In the next couple of minutes, Isaac Bird's going to tell you who the Carpenters Union player of the game is going to be. And back to pass is McGovern. And he has a man, and it's a first down, well, close to a first down to Agnew. His first catch of the night, out of bounds. Clock will stop for a bit. It's a 9-yard pickup.
Good pitch and catch there. Quarterback showing a lot of confidence, standing in that pocket and delivering the ball. They got to go with some urgency now.
Clock stopped with him going out of bounds. 2nd and 1. Fake the handoff and roll. McGovern throws, has a man. And it's a first down at the 45-yard line. That's Reggie Crawford.
Crawford did a really good job of uncovering here. He runs a hitch route, sees that his quarterback is on the run, then he just uncovers and finds a zone, a hole in the zone, and gets the ball.
No huddle, back to pass over the middle and incomplete. Might have been tipped at the linebacker spot, that kind of first level. Gormley was back there, as was M.J. Anderson in the area. And a good look there at Babb, who plays corner as well.
Yeah, McGovern has been
and
really.
Babb might be hurt.
He's either hurt or tired.
He could be all of the above, right? He and Gormley are the only two guys that go both ways for CBC. Some guys might play both, but they're starters on both sides of the ball. 2nd and 10. And a reverse coming to Crawford. And all the way back to McGovern, and he wants to throw, and he's got nowhere to throw, and it's incomplete.
If he throws it right away, right away, he's got Crawford for a touchdown.
It took a little bit to develop.
I'll make that Campbell. Campbell was the receiver. As soon as he catches it, if he just throws it, I know it's hard, but Campbell was the receiver on the left side. Right about now, Campbell takes off and is wide open, but he's not looking left. He's looking
the other
right.
Side of the field.
Exactly. That's what it was. He'd never seen him. Never saw him.
Blitz comes, rolling. McGovern in trouble. Can he get rid of it? He holds on to it and now does get rid of it. Oh, and almost caught along that sideline. And it'll be 4th and 10 for the Red Devils with 4:03 to go.
Well, McGovern knew the situation there. He knew he couldn't run out of bounds and take a 10-yard loss.
Couldn't take the loss, bought time and threw it away.
Exactly, and he couldn't just throw the ball away and just kill the down. So he stopped, bought a little bit of time, and actually gave the receiver a nice opportunity to make a catch.
Yeah, Bryce Johnson almost made the grab on the sideline there. Big 4th down and 10. This is really make or break for the Red Devils. Down by 13 with 4:03 to go. Bonds and Crawford to the bottom of your screen. Agnew and Campbell to the top. McGovern steps up and throws. Over the middle and incomplete. Back in coverage was Javon Burks. And CBC takes over at their 45, and that, Isaac Bird, might seal the deal for the Cadets to win their 3rd game of the year. And in the next minute, you have to tell us who the Carpenters Union player of the game is. So be thinking, work hard.
It's just really hard when a defense is in prevent the way CBC was to attack the middle. You really want to try to attack the edges towards the sideline because it's just less players. He throws it over the middle, and again, he's trying to make a play. There's no fault to him. He's trying to make a play. It's just next time you really want to try to attack the edges, attack outside because there's just less players there.
So now CBC, you would think, I mean, obviously not in this play, but will milk the clock as best as possible, get a first down or two, and try to end the game. Chaminade will be looking to strip, and it's a 3-yard gain up the middle for the Cadets. And who else but Jacob Allen? He has lugged the leather.
Absolutely. He really, really has. Right now with your CBC, there is no reason at all. There's 20 seconds left on the play clock. It's okay to be lined up, but there's no reason to be in a hurry here. This ball shouldn't be snapped until within 5, until it's under 5 seconds.
You see now where they're very committed to running, and Babb's not even on the field. He's not even out there. They're just hand off to guys to run out the clock. And maybe the Cadets jumped, or maybe they ran out of time.
Yeah, it was really close. It was
dead ball. They had a delay of game. That's not smart.
No, you don't have to snap it at 1. You can snap it at 3.
Sure.
Even 4.
So Isaac Bird is going to tell us who the Carpenters Union player of the game is and the Vatterott Hard Hat player of the game. tonight on the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. 2nd and 12 for the Cadets. Misdirection, Allen into the hole, out of the hole, all the way to midfield. A pickup of about 8, and it'll be 3rd down and long.
Well, the player of the game is going to be Mr. Babb. He came up big with a couple of touchdowns, showed why he's one of the highest recruits, best recruits in all of the state of Missouri. Major scholarship offers already. Dynamic player, didn't touch it a lot, but when he did, he showed why he's one of the best players.
And he's about to touch it right now in the Wildcat. He's going to fumble, and he falls on it back at the 44-yard line.
That'll hurt his average.
4th down and long, and Chaminade's going to take a timeout. Now, who is our Vatterott College hard hat player of the game?
I like Jacoby Buchanan of Chaminade. What a great job this line. Oh, he was all over the field. Whenever Chaminade needed a play defensively, he made it.
Number 24, Jacoby Buchanan.
Yep, whenever they needed a play, he made it. He was all over the field. Whenever there was a big play that Chaminade's defense made, he was right in the middle of it.
And there he is. Good look at that young man. He is a hitter. He scored a touchdown on the offensive side as well. 6 foot, 230-pound junior. And he'll be a big part of the offense next year as well. Don't forget, next Friday night, Parkway North visits Kirkwood right here on the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week. This game isn't over, but it's a tall order for Chaminade. They have CBC set at 4th and 11, but only 2.5 minutes to go, and they're down 2 touchdowns.
Chaminade had the perfect game plan coming into this game. Run the ball, get it to 3rd and short, convert 3rd downs, score early, get out in front, and take the air out of the ball. Great game plan. The problem is when you fall behind, that game plan kind of goes out the window.
And back in punt formation, Austin Simpson will get it away, nearly blocked, and he hangs it high. A very nice kick. Well, it went way more out of bounds than I thought it did. Chaminade's going to have pretty good field position. It's going to be near the 40-yard line, I think. Well, right at the 40, maybe the 41. So good field position, but they have scored 2 touchdowns in 2:27.
They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can utilize those.
They scored twice, 3 times at 40-plus yards on passes, and so they have that ability, and yet CBC is going to be playing to stop the very long play.
Yeah, they scored both of those passes when they were running the ball well, and they was able to go play action. Now CBC is not going to be thinking or trying to cover the run at all.
Wind at their back and the rain on their helmets, and back to pass to McGovern, and through the hands, and a little too high for Agnew. And it's 2nd and 10. Unofficially now just 7 for 20 for McGovern.
I would still like to see McGovern work the sidelines here instead of the middle of the field. You have linebackers in the middle of the field. You have both safeties in the middle of the field. If he works those big, tall receivers, number 1 and number 2, outside, he have a better chance. That's Crawford and Campbell, and they're both 6'3".
McGovern near sideline, just what Isaac wanted, but boy, great coverage by Cameron Babb on Reggie Crawford, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, well, if you're going to go somewhere, I would go
throw away from Babb.
Yeah, I would go somewhere that Babb isn't. Okay, so if Babb is playing the left corner, that's fine. Just go
throw
over
it to the other way.
Absolutely.
Got to be able to read the numbers, right? He's matched up on their number 1 receiver, Crawford, and back to pass McGovern on 3rd and 10. Long pass, left side, and deflected, and what a terrific closing play by Brent Bledsoe. He had the pick a few minutes ago, and that was a beautiful knockdown by Bledsoe.
Great anticipation there. It's a good route by the receiver. Bledsoe undercut it, came inside, and knocked it down. That's a terrific, terrific play. Sometimes in that situation, because you're up by 2 scores, you say, well, I'm not going to go for that knockdown because if I miss it and he catches it, it's 6 points. It's a very risky play to make as a defender, but he was very confident and made the play.
Do or die now for Chaminade. 4th and 10 from their own 40-yard line, down by 13 points. And McGovern surveys the field. Has plenty of time. Now throws over the middle, and Bonds has a first down at the 40 and cut down right there. It's a first down for Chaminade in CBC territory at about the 39.
Good job buying time there. Whenever a defense is in a playing prevent, there are some holes that the receivers can run into. You just need time for them to get into those holes and then make an accurate throw.
Under 2 minutes to go, and a short pitch and catch and a pickup of about 7 or 8. That is Agnew on the receiving end, and they'll march it up at second and about 6.
Work the sidelines here. Work the sideline throws.
Back to pass McGovern. Late rush coming over the middle, and diving attempt that is incomplete. Gunning for Crawford, down at about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, on that play there, he just has to take the slot receiver ran a quick out 6 yards up the field. If he just dumps it to him, that receiver gets out of bounds and stops the clock, and it's a first down. Instead, he holds it and try to get a much bigger play down the field, which I understand that. But sometimes, sometimes if you can just dump it to a short guy who can get out of bounds and stop the clock, then you can maybe even drop a better play the next time around.
3rd and 3, and that's where you would kind of expect a down and out to get the first down. McGovern holds, under pressure, hit, and keeps his feet. Now looks down the field and throws over the middle and diving for it and making the catch. Well, no, they're going to say it hit the turf. Wow, a diving attempt and a great effort by Jackson Mooney, but it's incomplete, and it's 4th and 3. And let's see if the officials got it right. McGovern has time, then has to roll away from the pressure, and what a great job to get away from the late rush. And back to live action. McGovern has it incomplete, and CBC takes over. That ball skipped a little bit, and that will do it. CBC picks up, holds on 4th down, and they will take over with 1:11 to go and a 13-point lead. If you're just joining us, you can see the raindrops on the lens of that camera on the big screen. It was 13-0 Chaminade, and then CBC really showed some dominant ability tonight on the offensive end, and the defense shut down that Chaminade offense after a shaky beginning.
Yeah, it's really what you want to see as a coach. After losing the last week at East St. Louis, you fall down behind early, and then your team comes back. You wanted to see, as a coach, will they have enough resolve to come back in a game like this? They did. A couple of lightning delays. Didn't matter. They came out with a lot of energy that second half and just flat out outplayed Chaminade in the second half.
CBC has taken a knee. They'll take 1 or 2 more as they're in the victory formation. And they're going to run their record to 3-1. Chaminade will fall to 3-1. CBC will go to 1-0 in the Metro Catholic Conference, and the Red Devils will fall to 1-1. So a lot of things going on, both for state rankings, conference rankings, as Gabbert takes another knee, and we may have one more taking of a knee before the Cadets
This is the
win
best
the game.
Formation in all of football.
The offensive coordinator formation that can call that is a winning coordinator.
Absolutely. That is a winning play when you're in the victory formation.
Our Carpenters Union player of the game is Cameron Babb. He was spectacular on a couple big long runs, not so much in the receiving game tonight. And then our Vanderbilt College hard hat player of the game. On the other side, the Chaminade Red Devils, their linebacker, Jacoby Buchanan. And it's over. CBC wins it by a final score of 33-20. Other stars tonight, Caleb Allen was terrific running the football.
He was.
And young Mr. Gabbert with a lot of long touchdown strikes. We saw Cameron Brown do some terrific things. There was some outstanding football played on this field tonight between the lightning strikes.
Absolutely. And it was a game that we thought would be close. It ended up being close. CBC did turn it on in the second half and kind of, imposed their will on Chaminade. But this was a well-played game by both sides.
See both teams shaking hands. Our Angela Sharpe is working on getting Cameron Babb over to the conversation, and perhaps Mr. Buchanan as well. 33-20 is the final score. Let's take a look at some of the things that Cameron Babb did tonight that were so stinking special. Now this was a play, frankly, that got called back. He goes about 70 or maybe 80 yards on this play,
just all
and it got called back.
Absolutely off. There's the hold right there, but all speed. once he gets out in an open, number 6 has an angle, but he just eats up the angle with the speed. Big, strong, he can do it all.
5's not bad, is he? He's not bad.
Not at all.
So that was one that got called back early. We thought that could be a big play, and for a while it seemed like it was. But the CBC squad really did some dominant performing, particularly in the second half. It really started late in that second quarter when they fought back to tie the game. Angela working on talking with Mr. Babb.
Babb right.
Then he blocked an extra point attempt on special teams. So the guy runs it, scores it, catches it, blocks it, plays defensive back and broke up a play or two. Then we see him here on the Wildcat and
Gets
watch
outside.
him make people miss.
Absolutely. Gets outside, makes a guy miss, stiff arms a guy, gets upfield. He never gets tackled for a loss. That's why you don't mind getting the ball in his hands behind the line of scrimmage, because you know he's going to make up yards.
This is the touchdown run that gave him the first big lead, really. I mean, they had a lead, and then he just really extended with this kind of miraculous run all the way against the grain. Cameron Babb, a lot of people want to see him in their colleges a little over a year from now. So we wait to see if Angela Sharpe can grab Mr. Babb. And he's out in the middle of the field. She, of course, is along the sideline. And so Cameron Babb is our Carpenters Union High School Player of the Week. And, of course, Jacoby Buchanan is the Vatterott College Hard Hat Player of the Game. Sometimes it's more difficult to talk to a player from the losing team. We may or may not get Mr. Buchanan, but here comes Cameron Babb and our Angela Sharpe.
We have the Carpenters District Council Player of the Game, Cameron Babb, here with me today. You were all over the place. I can hear the play called Isaac's just saying you're everywhere.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just trying to get the job done for my team. It's not about me. It's about the team. We did a great job battling through adversity. The rain, we fought through it, and we got the W, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, like last week you had that loss. You came back a little slow today. What turned you guys around?
I just think, we got that drive in us, especially from the loss last week. We just want to get back on the road and get back to CBC football and playing our game.
I got to tell you, I talked to your mom earlier. She is intense.
Yes, man. Yeah, she's always cheering for me. I always hear when I score, saying yes, baby. So, I love it. I love her, my dad, and my whole family up there supporting me. So it's great.
That's awesome that you can hear up there. And I noticed when you got the touchdown, sign of the cross.
Yes, always got to give thanks to God. That's number one. He's the reason I'm doing this. He's who I'm playing for. He gave me my talent and everything. So I always got to give thanks to him.
I love it. There is your Carpenters District Council Player of the Game, Cameron Babb. Congratulations. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Angela. And, of course, our Vatterott College Hard Hat Player of the Game was Jacoby Buchanan, the terrific linebacker for Chaminade. Coach Antoine Torrey, or Coach Scott Pingle, rather, told me yesterday that what he just said is the way he always is. He's humble, team first, teammates first. Said he's talked to some of his former teammates that are playing college football, and they all say, hey, listen, at the college level, it's a job. Enjoy your high school time. And he said he's really been carrying that to his teammates. There you see Jacoby Buchanan scoring a touchdown on the offensive side for Chaminade, but his big damage was on the defensive side. He was terrific.
Absolutely. He really was. He was all over the place. Hopefully we can get an opportunity to talk with him, but he was all over the place. He shouldn't hold his head down because he did. He had a winning performance, and that's what you want out of your players, is to have a winning performance. Sometimes you look up and you lose it, but you want to have a winning performance.
Next week, next Friday night, Parkway North takes on the Kirkwood Pioneers over at the Wood, and that should be a terrific ball game between those two teams. Outstanding coaches, Farrell Shelton there at Kirkwood and Bob Bunton at Parkway North. Final score here, 33-20, CBC. Boy, they don't like to lose, and they've only lost one regular season game in about the last 6 years, and they weren't going to have two in a row tonight. Well, that'll do it for us. 33-20 is your final for Angela Sharpe and for Isaac Bird. I'm Harry Schrader reminding you, since you've been there, make it a better place. Don't forget Parkway North at Kirkwood next week. We say goodnight to you from CBC. You've been watching the Bommarito Automotive Group Prep Zone High School Game of the Week.